It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, February 19th, 2025, and we are coming to you live this morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Hello.
Just looking at the TV there, admiring President Musk running the country, doing things right.
Boy.
I mean, listen, it was one thing I was looking at this morning. You have seen more pictures of Trump and Musk together than any president and vice president in their entire 4 years they've been in office together.
JD
like JD
who?
Vance is where.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is that
what's
weird or
going
is it
on.
just me?
But let me ask you a question. I was trying to talk to my wife about this, and my wife doesn't like Trump. Is it weird bad, or is it weird just that we've never done this before? We've never had, I mean, he does not have the ability to do anything but read. He's reading and pointing out and looking at codes and looking at numbers and finding out. And so far, they said they're at $50 billion in wasted money that they've traced, and money that they assume has been laundered, and money that they feel is not.
Fraud.
What's that?
It's fraud
Some of it is
on the American people.
Some
Trump's
of it
doing
is.
what he said he was going to do. What's the big surprise?
And the big surprise is that they're allowing this guy to do it, who everybody's like, he's just a regular citizen.
Yeah,
But,
well.
they're all regular citizens until somebody gives them a Domino's for biscuits, and
They
then all of a
said-
sudden they're different.
They said yesterday Elon is not in charge of Doge, and he's not in running things.
Who said that?
They won't say.
Oh,
That's when it got weird.
But is this a step towards what it should be, where there's a committee president? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's 3, 4, 7 people, whatever it is.
I do think we're seeing why, because the media is probably hyper focusing. They know
Oh, yeah.
Elon is going to get clicks. Elon is going to get eyes. It's going to so they're putting him out. The media is putting him out there.
Also, like you pointing it out, they're hoping to piss off Trump.
Exactly.
They're focusing on the guy who's doing it rather than what he's finding.
yeah.
So, I mean, that's the more important
That's the thing. It's interesting that there's been $50 billion found in just a short amount of time. $50 billion that you can go, oh, that's pretty good.
Or so they say.
Right.
Because they're not showing any.
I mean,
they're saying that, but then they're not showing it. So
Well,
Because
what
I
do you
saw
mean they're not showing
who
it?
do you know? Well, like the other
Like,
day.
where's the report?
Yeah, Elon said that there were all these people that were dead but still collecting Social Security, and he put that information out there, and then they found out that that was not true.
So
and he
what-
didn't retract or anything; it's just out there.
So what happened was, well, because it was true. It was true that they were listed on the list. I don't know if they were actually collecting the money, but it showed that there was a fault in the system.
Right.
There was a system that had people aged up to 159 years old.
So they were still on like the books, so to speak.
Right.
But they were not collecting money.
Right.
Whereas Elon came out and said, "These people are collecting all this money; they're dead."
Yeah.
And then it was not true.
Yeah. Well, was it not true, or was it? I mean, it was like, hey, look what we found. And okay, well, here's the thing. It was a language,
Right.
an American language
so do
problem.
we want
Once it-
transparency or not?
Once
I mean,
it's out
'cause-
there, it's out there.
Right.
Type thing.
Okay, but they're going through it. The way I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, there's a lot of crap that he's discovering. Some of it is what it is, and some of it is not. He's showing you what he's finding.
Right. But
You
the
know.
problem was he was saying that it was true,
Well,
and then it wasn't true.
But I mean, the other administration did that with the vaccines.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They came out and said, "Get it? You can't pass it."
The
And
one
then a
that-
month later, well, nope, now you can pass it. You know what I mean? So again, like all administrations do this because they are just trying to like feed out the information and get ahead of it, but it doesn't always make it right.
And then everyone complains when there's
Right.
an error. But I'd rather them just tell us what's going on as it's happening than just wait until we have an absolute truth.
I don't understand that. I don't understand. I'm not saying it's wrong. I don't understand.
I don't understand what's going
but
on.
shutting down the Department of Education and stopping money that's going there and for research, I don't understand what the key is there. But I don't
Right.
know. I'm not saying there are some of these things I just don't quite understand.
And I guess Doge is going to oversee all the departments except the stuff that has to do with space, because Elon has the $1 billion contracts with space.
That's what you're saying.
and he shut down no, that's what they said yesterday.
But
So I don't know
you're
what's going
saying
on.
The reason is because it has to do with Elon Musk. I'm not buying
Well,
that.
that's what they said specifically.
They
'Cause
said it's because of Elon. We're trying to protect him.
No, they said they asked him when they had the press pool, and they said that he would not be overseeing anything that had to do with outer space because of the contracts that Starlink and Elon Musk has with the government for.
So they're going to let somebody else look at it.
Right,
Okay.
but they won't say who. It's
But do
so
they not
weird.
know who it is
They won't
yet? Have
say.
they just? But have they just not? They may not have picked that person yet.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Because did they say that we're going through it already, or is it kind of seem like that's last on the list? Like
That's
this
what-
is first,
That's what we don't know.
right?
I don't know what has been the negative things to come out of this so far. Like
Oh, I don't know if anything's negative.
I mean, there's
It's
some
just that
federal
Elon's running the
employees.
country, I guess.
Yeah, but what is the negative in that?
There's
like
not.
what like
Well,
I'm
he's
trying to see what I mean. The positives don't seem to have shown their face yet either.
I mean, if there was a negative, I'm not saying there is.
right.
The negative would be that you have an unelected official running the government.
Yeah,
He's
but
not
he's not
running
running
it.
the government. He's auditing the books. He
Yeah.
has
Or-
a read only
or is he?
access. Well, that's the thing.
I mean,
I
he
don't know. But
bankrolled.
we don't know who's done. We don't know who's done things in previous administrations either.
He bankrolled the whole campaign, and now he seems to have a lot of power after the fact.
Yeah, well, that is definitely true.
Every president
what
has
has
said they're
been-
going to do this, and none of them did it.
Right. What has been the negative though?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Right.
But we're
we
looking
also
for
don't-
one. We're
Yeah.
definitely looking for one.
This article here says Musk also added that, quote, some of the things I will say will be incorrect, referencing a false claim that the U.S. was planning to send tens of millions of dollars worth of condoms to Gaza. He says, we are moving so fast we will make mistakes, but we will fix the mistakes very quickly. Critics of the task force say that Musk, who runs companies including SpaceX that receives billions in government contracts, could be engaged in work through Doge that may pose conflicts of interest with his private businesses, such as potentially gaining access to data about competitors' federal contracts.
Sounds like transparency to me. At least he's letting you know what's going on.
Joe's been alive longer than any of us. If Joe
Yeah.
likes this.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy for Joe.
Joe's
I am.
alive?
Joe,
Barely.
Joe is alive. Switching gears here for a second.
Mhm.
I'm very excited for the cruise now.
Yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, because we started talking about spring break yesterday, my wife and I, like what we can do and where we can go and what's going on, and then it led me to believe. I mean, it led me to say, well, look, we're not going to do. I'm going on a cruise in April. I don't need to do. What do you want to do? That's the kind of thing we were talking about.
I wish that conversation was happening at my house.
What are you getting?
Some crazy ass road trip.
Your wife loves to go on
Yes.
road trips.
Oh.
Why?
She talked about driving to Utah.
Oh, man.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is she anti-plane?
I have because the price for one.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that it's so much cheaper to pay for gas from here to Utah.
For 5 tickets.
5 tickets.
Yeah.
Is,
Five, you got
Yeah.
5 kids. Yeah.
yeah, and they're all 5 adults basically. They're all teenagers.
Mm.
So and plus she doesn't. They don't like flying. They like to drive and see stuff and stop at every Buc-ee's between here and Portland.
Ah.
Gio, I'm telling you, you have inspired me. Because
Me?
yes, your family, your wife, whoever you want to give the credit to, you guys have inspired us. Chad and I are doing a road trip for spring break.
boy.
Where are you going?
Gabby Petito over here.
No. Flabby Petito.
Yes.
We're not doing anything like that. No, we want to take our dogs
Yeah.
because we don't have a yard and stuff like that. So we rented a cabin up like North Carolina,
All
Tennessee area.
That's cool.
And like we had to book it because the place that we found has a hot tub on the porch overlooking like the acres of land that
Oh,
we're
yeah.
staying on.
Nice.
It is beautiful. And I'm just really excited for our dogs not to have to like wear leashes and be able to run around. So our whole trip was literally like around them.
North
Did you-
Carolina's great.
Be able to come with us.
Did
Yeah.
you book it yet?
Yes.
When is it?
For our spring break. I've
What?
told you about it and I've told John Brennan about it.
Oh.
And so before you come, how dare
It
Well,
so-
I'm just
it
saying we
sounds-
didn't determine when the spring break was going to be yet.
it
listen,
sounds
I-
like Mike is changing your plans.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
no.
not because I'm going.
Because
So
he said that he's doing a cruise, so do we need to do a spring break?
Oh no, we're doing a spring break.
Yeah.
right,
But I don't know what the dates are.
that's on you, buddy.
I know what the dates are. You literally said the dates the other day.
I gave you the dates the other day too.
Yeah.
Do those fit with your dates, Carmen?
I said that Hillsborough County and Pasco County both were the spring breaks matched.
Right.
Right.
And it's the week after St. Patrick's Day.
It's the
week of.
Week of.
right. Like St. Patrick's Day
yeah,
on Monday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, I was like, I'm pretty sure Carmen's got those dates, and yeah.
I'm changing that.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Well,
Yeah.
Taking it the week after.
Oh,
that's
damn
gonna
it.
be a low show then.
Low,
Low
show.
show.
A low
Oh,
show.
all right.
Today we got a low show, folks.
If I don't have to drive to Maine, I'm okay with that.
I'd rather drive to Maine than Utah.
They're throwing all kinds of crazy stuff out there.
I've been to Maine. Maine's nice.
Mm.
Maine, and there's a lot of stuff to see in Maine. You could drive through Maine and see like 3 different Maines.
Right. I drove to Vermont a year or two ago. We drove to Colorado. It's crazy.
Here's what I don't understand. What vehicle are you driving in that 5 people are comfortable?
My wife's Honda.
I know, but I mean, it's not even a big SUV.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I think Honda. I think one of those. Like
No,
a crossover.
it's like a Honda Pilot. It's got 3
Yeah,
rows.
it's a crossover,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it's got the fold down thing.
It's got 3 rows.
And then luggage on top of that.
Yeah.
That just seems miserable. All right, kids, we're rolling out of the driveway.
Gio,
Yeah.
you're not being driven in a Sprinter.
Right.
No.
I'm so
Private
confused.
chauffeur.
I'm so confused.
I mean, I could see if Tom's available. I don't know.
Listen, I have to be honest with you. Every family trip I drive. Tom's only driven
Yeah.
us to New Orleans. I drive normally. Like we went to Atlanta. I drove to or Georgia, wherever we went. I drove.
I make my wife drive.
I couldn't do that.
You want me to go? You can drive.
If she
Oh
was
my
driving, my wife
gosh.
was driving, I wouldn't be able to
Oh,
sleep in
no.
a second.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on.
I'm driving. We're doing 92, at least an average of 92 miles an hour the entire time. If you don't like it, and I control the radio.
I
We're
suggested a staycation. That was shot down. I suggested, hey, how about Orlando? That's fun. That was totally shot down.
Orlando during spring break is quite possibly the worst place you could be.
True.
Yeah,
But it's only an hour and 15 minutes away.
right. But you want to talk about money? That's where the money comes in.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean that's more expensive than flying 5 adults to Utah for sure.
You're not
I'm
wrong.
going to Disney this weekend, and it is ridiculously expensive. Hotel rooms on the Disney property are $1,000 a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how
insane.
people
It's not even
afford
spring
it.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
People literally save up their whole
Right.
life and
Right.
make that their family vacation, and that's all they do. Like, no,
Go
it's
Walt
not
Disney
worth
World,
it. Yeah.
everybody.
I love Star Wars. I have not been to the Star Wars land because I don't want to pay the $300 it takes to get in.
I'll tell you what you do. Send Elon Musk over there. He'll figure it out. He'll get you a room for $85 a night.
If he can fix Disney and why it's so expensive, I'm on.
Yeah.
I'd say just get a pair of like VR glasses
Yeah.
and do the virtual tour that way because it's cheaper. You can stay at home. Snacks are cheaper. They're in
All
your
right.
fridge.
If you could tell Walt Disney that his hotels were $1,000 a night, he'd be like, "What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
never
there-
dreamed of that. I'm a visionary, but I never envisioned that."
and there's 40 of them,
Yeah.
as opposed to like the 2 that he had planned.
Right.
If Trump would make Disney great again, I'm on board.
All right.
100%.
You know what I find
Get
that
the Trump Make America Great Again with the ears.
the hotel that's the cheapest Disney hotel is Animal Kingdom. Don't you think that one would be like up there?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It's not. It's
It used to
usually
be.
it's always has rooms available. It's always cheaper than the other one.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
the
'cause-
proximity to other stuff.
Yeah, you smell poop and you might be eaten by a tiger. So they're
That-
like,
that
we'll
could
make it
be
a little
true.
bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of the older ones because I remember like when I was in middle school, we came down from
Oh,
Michigan
it's not.
and that's where we stayed.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, think about it. Contemporary's been there since the 70s.
Is it your daughter that wants to go to Disney?
Not really.
Yeah, because my kids, when they got around that age, Disney wasn't cool anymore. It was Universal.
Well, we're going. My son has friends here, so he's not going, and it's me and Amanda and Juliana and her friend. So
Right.
that's why she'll go. That's why she'll be excited because her friend will be there.
yeah, there was a point where Disney was no longer cool and it was all Universal.
I said to my wife said, "We'll see if Juliana wants to bring a friend." And I went, "No." And she goes, "Why?" I go, "Because if she's not with a friend, she's forced to be nice to me and talk to me." And she's like, "But she'll be so much happier with a friend." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "All right, you're right. I'll give you that." Plus, I like all her friends. Her friends are like good kids, and none of them bug me yet.
That's good.
Yeah, because I said to Amanda, I go, "We really lucked out with Juliana's friend group because they're all like good kids. I like them all. Whereas I don't want to be like, oh, that one again. You know,
Yeah.
there's like one that drives you nuts. So far, they've all been pretty good. So anyway, back to the cruise. This is quite the couple's cruise, is it not?
It is.
It's you in the pants,
Well, it's me and a pants.
right?
Yeah.
You in sugar pants.
Yes.
The main pants.
The main pants.
One pants is plural, though.
Pants one.
It's pants.
Yes.
You and your wife.
Yeah.
You and your wife.
I'll do it how you're supposed to do. Yes.
That's not what I did?
No.
Oh.
Carmen and Chad.
Right?
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
And?
Me and Pete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your wife did not want to go.
My wife did not. I even revisited it yesterday.
I heard when she was in here one day, she's like, no.
Yeah.
Mm.
How did you say it?
You
don't-
wanna
you don't
go.
want to go on the cruise.
You don't want to
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
right?
I think he even said all the other couples are going.
I did.
Still nothing.
Not nothing. No. She was an emphatic no. So I was sitting there yesterday trying to think of, like, I don't know, just configurations and seating and all that other stuff, and I'm the odd man out on this one.
No,
What do you
because
mean?
you have your boyfriends.
I have 3 boyfriends.
Robert Kelly
going.
too.
Oh,
yeah, Robert Kelly. That's what I'm saying. I figured that's your +1 for everything. Or
Yeah,
that's,
well, I got Pete too.
so
I got number 1 and number 2.
threesome.
Fighting for your love.
Right.
Oh,
One on each side.
yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be good because Pete doesn't really drink. Bobby doesn't drink. Pete gambles. Bobby doesn't gamble. So it'll be good, like, balance between the two of them.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Carmen, we could probably bring drunk Pete out. Drunk Pete will rear his head.
Chicago Pete.
Chicago Pete will make an appearance, but somebody's going to have to do that. Like, they would take you to do that. You know what I mean?
Well, Chad and I are still trying to decide if we're going to get the drink package or not.
It's a lot.
Brother. Why? What do you mean? Like not drinking or what?
Well, no, it's just
Boring.
Chad is not a big drinker to begin with.
Right.
I have slowed down a lot, a lot
You replaced it.
with. You
You
know what? You son of a
Wow.
bitch.
Flappy
All right.
Petito.
You guys are real jerks. Really? It's too early. You guys
Carmen,
are mean.
I spend more time defending you, and I put up a picture of Carmen eating a sandwich yesterday. It's Bobby and I are so impressed by this picture. Bobby's, the thing to say is like a snake, you unhinge your jaw. Bobby got a new one. Bobby said like a shark, she rolls her eyes back before she takes a bite.
Yeah.
That is the funniest thing to me. And I mean, Carmen, you have to understand, we sat there for 20 minutes, and we even talked about it again last night on the phone, how impressive it is. Like, when you're going to eat a sandwich, you're going to eat that goddamn sandwich.
Yes.
Yes. Listen to me. I'm impressed by it.
Thank
And I put up
you.
that
doesn't
picture.
Sound like
Yeah,
it.
oh, no, it is. Trust me. I put up the picture of Carmen yesterday.
Jerk.
And
the worst. You
then
can at least my eyes be closed.
No. Then I had a fight. I had a fight with the guys in the comment. The one guy, the guy is in his picture with a very unattractive woman, and he goes, "I give her a 4 at best." And I go, "Well, it seems like
Yeah.
you're interested in 4s."
I
so
wouldn't do
understand."
her.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, the best. I mean, it's just, and then I'm on there leaving comments and fighting with people, and I started this whole thing. I don't even know why I'm invested in it.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
You're the worst. You started and they're like, why is everyone mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
Because you take the worst picture possible.
Yes, that's the whole point.
I know.
That's the whole point.
I get it. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Oh,
We got a
too
bad
early.
picture.
What did it say?
Really?
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
That's my 7.5.
That's
right there.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugh,
7, 8 when she's eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate you all.
Go up.
Whatever.
So anyway, back to
I
the
don't-
cruise.
I don't know what we're talking
You're
about.
not getting the drink package.
I don't know. We haven't decided yet. But it's just expensive and Chad doesn't really drink, but we both have to get it. So it's kind of like
Carmen will let us know when her birthday is. Unlike Gio.
I didn't know I was supposed to announce it.
I mean, you throw hints out there.
Oh, sorry.
By the way, did anybody get Gio anything for his birthday?
Not yet. One day I was going to go get some yesterday.
I think I nominate Friday to be Gio's birthday
No,
this time.
too late. I already got him.
You
something.
Oh, this
nominate-
is from Galvin.
Yeah,
What'd you get?
Should I open it?
sure.
I mean,
Thank
if you
you.
want to.
Galvin is a very good gift giver.
I should have just got you Starbucks gift cards.
It says it's 2 little snakes, one playing a guitar. It's your birthday. Oh, yeah. It's your birthday. Oh, yeah, baby. The other one says, how are you holding the guitar? Because the snake's got no,
Yeah.
no arms. That's
Mhm.
good.
You know.
Says, don't think too hard on your birthday. Just celebrate. Gio, have a great birthday. And the day after, too. Check your Gmail. Galvin.
Gmail.
Yeah.
You send nudes?
Oh, give him a little digital gift card.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Fanatics.
Oh.
Get some, hats or shirts.
That's
Or
nice.
Yes,
All
I'd
right.
love Fanatics.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Galvin.
You're welcome. Happy
Great
birthday.
gift. Galvin, always great gift giver.
I mean, and somewhat timely.
Yeah.
Well, way to make us all look bad, Galvin.
Well, you know,
you
you
could have
had.
called everybody last night and been like, I'm bringing Gio a gift.
I
just
just
a heads up.
assumed everyone would go, you know what? We missed Gio's birthday. Let's make up
Yeah.
for it immediately.
I had a very busy day yesterday.
Oh, so busy.
I
busy.
had a conversation with my wife last night that I get very uncomfortable about my birthday and when people try to get me gifts.
I'll
Why?
just hand you it on the way out as
Yeah.
you're walking out.
I don't know why.
There you go.
My kids got me a gift, and I was like uncomfortable.
Yeah, I get it. Everybody's staring at you.
I'm like, I'd rather just not have anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. What did the kids get you?
Because I needed a new sound bar for the living room, and they got me
Oh,
that.
nice.
And they're like, "You're not excited?" I go, "Yeah, I'm excited." I don't know.
They could tell the disappointment in your face.
Right. And I know like they all paid part of it too because they make money now and stuff.
So my kids are not at the age yet where they're buying gifts on their own.
Yeah.
My son, it kind of crosses his, like for Christmas, he got something for his mother, and he got me something too. And his girlfriend got us something, you know what I mean? But I think that's the first time he's ever been at that age.
Oh, my son now, when we go out to dinner, I make him pay for himself.
No, there's no way that's
Yeah.
true. That would be a great system if he could. Hey, you're 18 now.
Yeah.
$7. Start chipping in.
I don't know why I get so uncomfortable though.
Whose doorbell?
That was mine.
Oh. Who's active at your house already?
Kids going to school,
6:23 in the morning.
going to the
Jesus.
bus stop.
My kid, you the kids take the bus?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
They're not driven in a Sprinter?
No.
All right.
It's literally like 3 houses down.
I know, but geez.
I mean, next year they'll be driving.
I have taken I took the bus when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and then I moved to the city bus, which is even worse. That's why I'm so anti-bus.
The bus ride's like 5 minutes
Yeah, I don't like
at
it.
the most.
I don't like
Then
it.
why
at
don't
all.
they just walk?
My mother was a bus driver, so now I know also
Yeah.
the secrets of the bus driver.
Yeah,
Oh,
no. Well, last year my son drove them because he was still in high school, and then next year my daughter can drive, so she'll be driving herself. 1 year of the bus.
The bus.
All right. Oh, that'll make them appreciate it.
Yeah.
Will it?
Yes.
Now, do you buy your kids a car, or is that on them, Gio?
No, it's on them.
They got to buy their own car.
Yeah.
They got to like work and save up.
Yeah.
I
I'll
can
help
tell
him
you,
out.
I'm glad you're not my. After all you've been on the porch and all that stuff, you're not like, let me buy these kids a car.
Yeah, he's teaching them life
Yeah.
lessons.
Yeah,
They
I
have to
taught my-
work for what they want.
Yeah, I taught I'm teaching a lot of life lessons.
Yeah,
Not that one though.
exactly, son. Don't worry. You don't have to do
No,
anything. You
I bought my first couple of cars.
So did I.
I mean, so did I.
Yeah.
I bought my second one.
I bought my first car and it stunk. It was $2,500, and I borrow money from somebody and pay it off. It was terrible. I had to pay them, and it was a terrible car, and it constantly broke down, and it was just awful. It was a terrible experience. I didn't want my kids to go through that. I wanted them to have a reliable, nice car that worked.
Yeah,
I
so
bought-
buy him a brand new Tesla.
I
And a-
bought my first car for I think it was $200.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crazy.
but who'd you buy it from?
Some dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then your brother fixed it up for you.
Yeah. Because it had to be started with a screwdriver.
Right.
And my brother Tim was like, I can fix that. I can make it so.
Interesting that
This is
your
a kid.
parents who bought you dirt bikes and all these other things did not buy you a car.
Well, here's the thing, though. There, 4 of us and stuff. But then also, I did wind up buying my dad's 1-year-old Ford Taurus off of him for $500.
There you go. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, but prior to that, I had a Toyota Corolla was my first car, and then I bought a Jeep. I always wanted a Jeep, and I was like, I'm gonna get a Jeep, and I bought one, and then I bought the Taurus. Yeah.
I used to want to buy a Jeep in the back of Rolling Stone magazine where it was like you could buy Jeeps for $100.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
It was like a
The
government
old
auction.
military ones, right?
Yeah, but it was like a government auction thing. Nobody ever got one for $100.
I had a 1972 CJ7 with a Chrysler 308 in it. And it was
Wow.
crazy. And it had a giant stereo system in it, and it would short out the electrical whenever it would rain if I didn't cover it fast enough. Yeah.
Oh.
It was awesome, though. You can park anywhere.
Yeah.
Jeeps, you can just park up on the side of the building if you want to.
I was trying so hard at that age to distance myself from my scumbag stepfather that I didn't want him to purchase anything that he could hold over my head or
Yeah.
throw in my face.
You don't want him to buy it for you.
I did not.
Yeah. I get that.
Because that was one less thing that he could hold over me.
because he would just take it away.
Take it away, or like I owed him something because he had done this, so I tried to like distance myself at all costs.
So where I lived, I'm going to put this in perspective for you, okay? Where I lived, there was a street that ran through Staten Island called Highland Boulevard, which was kind of like 19 runs through Newport Richie. So I lived on Ridge Road, say, and up all the way up Ridge Road too. And my school was down, let's say, on 52 and 19. So I had to get to 19 and then get on a different bus and take that all the way down to my school. So you're talking about 2 buses to get to school
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock in the morning in the winter. I mean, it was insane. At that point, I would have made sweet love to your stepfather in order to get a car out of him.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm surprised I wasn't molested as a kid. If somebody would have been like, "I'll get you a car," I'd have been like, "All right."
My daughters walk 10 minutes, like they walk right to the end of the block, and then they get on the bus and they're there in 10 minutes.
I say being in the city and being down here is way different. Like even this city is different than New York.
They couldn't
you know what
walk. I mean? I'm not like walk down 41.
No, but I couldn't walk. I mean, we're talking, it was 10 miles to get to school. But I'm saying like having just to get to the bus stop alone was in the wind and the snow and it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I was up
Builds
the
character
hill.
though. Look, and now you can handle anything.
Shoes that holes.
It's so funny though, is that people say that like if Bill's kid, you wouldn't change a thing. I would change every single part, everything.
But you wouldn't be who you are then.
Yeah, it makes
Right.
you a
I
different
would.
person.
I'd be a lot more comfortable. Oh yeah.
Your experience is what makes you who you are.
All I did was make me angry.
Maybe.
But it
There
gave
you
you
go.
your drive to work.
No,
like,
I was
what?
gonna be rich either way.
No.
I was like, I will always work. I will always have a job.
Yeah,
I will
Right,
always.
because of your hardship growing up, because
No.
of those things that you had to go
That
through.
probably motivated
It
you.
was
Yeah.
because I watched other successful people and saw what they did and how they became successful, and I was like, that's the people I want to be like. That was it.
Why?
Because they don't have to take the bus to school.
Exactly.
Exactly.
There you go.
All leads back to the bus.
Yeah.
See?
School, fire on the
That's
bus.
right. That's right.
Mhm.
That's the other thing. We're not talking about yellow school buses filled with other students.
Oh.
We're talking about
We get it. Yeah,
city
that's tough
buses
time.
with adults.
The struggle was real.
I mean,
They made him wear sleeves all the time too. That's
Oh.
True.
all.
And a tie. And a
Yeah.
tie.
Hardship.
But that made you who you are.
Yeah, you had to wear a
Yeah.
uniform. Now you just wear sleeveless shirts and gym shorts.
Right.
That
I
are 30,
probably
or,
would
30
dress-
or 40 years old.
Dress nicer if I wasn't forced to wear ties every day when I was a kid. Whatever.
So, anyways, the cruise is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I
Cruise
can't
would be
wait.
great.
Awesome.
Cruise would be great.
A real party.
now, is there like any restrictions? Are we being good? Are we
What?
letting loose?
Sex
I mean,
pillows?
I say we let loose, Carmen.
Are we,
Oh, you two.
Are
You
we
two
eat-
could never be married.
are we eating cake? Or,
Oh, food wise.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm training for a marathon.
I've never seen healthy
It's not a
Bobby and healthy Mike on the
Right.
cruise.
It's not a marathon. It's a 5K.
It's-
Healthy Mike and healthy Bobby together is not a very fun meal.
Yeah.
because Bobby still eats fast. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's
prison
still
fast.
in prison fast, but he doesn't eat a lot. And then he yells at me, "What am I eating?" Like he's curious about what I'm eating.
Mm.
He's very inquisitive. He's
I'm-
got questions.
On past cruises, I've seen some impressive room service spreads when you walk in the room.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I imagine that's no longer the case.
Yeah, that probably will not be the case. And I am going to drink though.
Hmm.
I think.
Are you getting
It-
the package?
Yeah, how can you drink and then not eat? You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's-
It's a slippery slope. I personally will, try and do as much as I can before the cruise, get in shape, do the thing, whatever, and then the cruise, you just have fun.
That's your vacation.
Yeah.
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 Cruise, it's 3 days, whatever. You take a little
Right.
break, you have some fun. Not going crazy or anything, but I'll try a little late night pizza, a little this, that,
Yeah.
whatever.
I think food out, drinking in for me.
But I think drinking is in, food
It
slips
leads
right in
to-
that door
Yeah.
behind it.
Drinking's the gateway.
I will
It's a
tell you this:
gateway.
I did not go to late night pizza at all on the last cruise.
Mm.
Like I did not want to do that. It makes me have heartburn before I go to bed. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not really drinking now, so I'm saving it up. I'm saving it up for being out there on the cruise. I wish Bobby could drink one weekend. I'm dying to see what he would be like, fun drunk or angry drunk.
Angry.
Angry
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Angry.
You
Whoa.
think so?
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
You think he's rough to be friends with now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine him drinking. It'd be brutal.
I feel like people that stop drinking, it's not because I was a great person. I had a good
Right,
time.
yeah.
I was so much fun.
I was
so
too
happy.
much fun.
Yeah.
Too much
Sure,
fun.
Probably a reason behind it.
Yeah.
Stopping the drinking. I get it. Okay. All right. Well, either way, listen, we're going to have a great time. I'm seeing online, I guess there's like a Facebook group page for the cruise, and I'm seeing a lot of people who did buy their packages, their liquor packages, and we got good parties happening. We got a pub crawl happening. Very excited for this. What
And now,
ship
do
are
we
we
know
going
our
on?
stops?
I think it's the same as last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same ship?
No. I
Oh.
think it's
Like the
the
same
same
cruise?
Coco K.
cruise. Yeah.
and the other one.
Right.
Different ship, but same ship. Same style. Different name.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Voyager of the Seas, which is basically the exact same class of ship we went
Any
on
of
last
the
time.
Seas is a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
good.
almost the exact same ship.
Because the pub crawl, which we did last year, I thought was great.
Yes.
We went around from pub to pub, including one where there was a piano player, and Joe went in and took over for the piano player.
Oh, that's right.
Joe sang. Joe was duetting with the piano player.
Mhm.
Yes.
And she was appreciative.
She was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
It was
she was
one of the
great.
few piano players that welcomed your singing advances.
That's right.
She was really good.
Yeah.
She was really good. I was hanging out there with Steve Byrne. We were
Mm-hmm.
hanging out at the piano bar, and we were tipping her like crazy
Yeah.
to play all of our songs.
Oh, really?
Like, we sat at the piano, and we just took over.
Yeah.
That's
Where
great.
did we do the bar crawl at?
We
On the ship.
the
On
ship.
the ship. We
On
went
the
to
ship.
different-
Oh, okay. Because we've done a couple bar crawls before, and I was like, I'm mixing up cruises right
You're
now.
thinking of Key West.
Exactly. I
No,
was like,
I'm talking about on the cruise.
on the okay.
And each stop, they get a different pin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, I was so confused
Yeah.
for a second.
Key West, high roller over here, made some money in the casino and stuff. And then we went to whatever it was, Senior Frogs or one of the
Yeah.
things down there. And I'm like, hey, who needs a drink? You need a drink?
Oh,
That's great. That was great.
Meanwhile, I find out they're charging $25 a beer. I was like, dude.
I remember walking up and I was like, hey, just put on my tab, man.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun. Like, thank you.
We went to what was the one place we went? The Hemingway's place, and the guy was up there with a guitar, and I said, "Listen, I'll pay you $100 if my guy can go up there and sing." And he was like, "No." I go, "Listen, there's no way you're getting more than $100.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Yeah.
$100 right now, cash." And he's like, "What's wrong?" And I go, "Sweet Caroline." He goes, "Can't. The owner hates that song." I was like, "So you just have
Oh.
excuses?
Yeah.
You just have
Yeah.
excuses.
Beat
So,
it.
Yeah, I tried, Joe. I tried.
I know.
Have
Can-
fun being here for the rest of your life, idiot.
Right.
Yeah.
You could have been signed
On
to a
Tuesdays.
major label.
On Tuesdays in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Good, good
Oh,
job.
I wish we were stopping in Key West
Me
again.
too,
That was
yeah.
a lot of fun.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Can I tell you though, on the boat, one thing that I did that I've never done that I
What's
thought
that?
I was
Nope.
gonna be like that was my new thing.
Sex pillow?
Silent disco. So
Oh,
much
yeah.
fun.
Oh.
The silent disco was the highlight of last year's cruise. I loved it.
God,
And-
I wish we could have filmed that
Oh,
and then
yeah.
put different songs
Oh,
underneath.
yeah.
Oh, we can do that this year
All
because
right.
I am going.
So what do? You wear the headphones and you hear the music in your headphones.
And
Right.
you can pick your
Yeah, you
music.
pick-
Because
Yeah.
because they have like 3 different DJs
Right.
and you can turn the channel so you can channel into the different DJs. So one's doing hip hop, one's doing old school like 80s,
Yeah.
and another one's doing dance
And
club music.
the headsets have lights, so you know
Who's-
who's listening to what. So if Carmen's lights are red and my lights are red, I know we're listening to the same music.
Right. But you could be listening to green
Right.
and I'm listening to red and then we're
Gotcha.
just going different
And
styles.
it's quiet in the room.
Right. It's
Interesting.
weird when you take your headphones off to like order a drink because then you realize but also people are singing, so it's kind of
Sounds
know what I mean?
chaotic.
but
All right, I'm in.
I had so much fun. I was like, if silent discos come to Tampa, I'm going to all of them. And then, that fell
Yeah.
through. But I loved it.
I was watching one of the 90 days, before the 90 days, after the 90 days. Hey, here's
Yeah.
my 90 days fiance thing, whatever. And it was one of the guys was deaf, and they would they do the cutaways where they interview people, and they're like, oh yeah, we wanted to go here, but then we wound up going here or whatever. But with him, they interview him, and obviously he's signing, and it's dead silent. And it's just him going. And I'm like, I don't know whether we need that sound.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we could just, play a little light music
Yeah.
under there while he's signing and doing stuff.
That could have hit the editing room floor.
Yeah, it's wild because like I'll be watching and then I'll be doing something, cooking or doing something, whatever, and all of a sudden, this person's talking, whatever, and then they cut to.
You sound like Chaka from Land of the Lost.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It was a lot of heavy breathing and grunts and stuff.
All right, let's get this show moving this morning. It's Wednesday. Galvin has a brand new open letter. We've got stuff to give away. I'll tell you what that stuff is next, and we'll play Sporcle. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Boom. Can I make an announcement on the show right now?
Absolutely.
Mike Calta,
Mm-hmm.
February 19th. Is
Mm-hmm.
that today?
Mhm.
2025.
Right.
I have enough guns.
Mm. Okay.
I have enough.
Finally.
I don't need any more.
You will get some more.
Maybe, maybe not.
You're not actively looking, but there might be something that
Yeah.
Like a new one.
In
something
my
new
opinion-
is going to come out.
In my opinion, I'm done with guns.
What about a flamethrower?
Ooh.
He has a flamethrower.
Here's the problem with the flamethrower is I'm afraid I'm going to set myself on fire.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather shoot myself in the foot than set myself on fire.
Just don't do it into the wind.
It's hard to judge.
Yeah.
Lick my finger and put it up. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know, Carmen. Those sort of things. Fire makes me nervous.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an easy and quick accident.
If I shot my toe off, I could live my life just fine. But if I burnt my foot off, that isn't the same.
A burn victim.
Burn
that
victim,
is-
bad.
That sucks.
Do you know how they get that burnt skin off your
No,
body?
I know.
Yes.
They Brillo pad it off.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, you let's stay away from the flamethrower.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Grenade launcher, maybe.
Oh, that's
Ah, all right.
Carmen, what are we giving away today?
Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff. So we have tickets for Lil Wayne.
Lil
happening-
Wayne and the Hot Boys.
Yes.
Who are
that's
the Hot
Friday?
Boys?
That's like the group he was with. Like,
Isn't that a
rap.
weird name to have?
I thought you meant like the guys that were in the Hot Boys.
The Hot
like-
Boys.
We all know that it's a group that Carmen was like, that's the group he was with.
I was like, oh, who are the
I
hot
thought you'd have
boys?
names for me.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
no, I do not have that information
Okay.
for you. I'm sorry.
All right, the Hot Boys will be there.
Yes. Leonard Skinner.
And the Hot Boys.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
John Fogerty.
Okay.
Reggae Rise Up.
Okay.
Foreigner.
Okay.
And Katy Perry.
All right. We got all that to give away. Your choice of tickets if you win. Let's do it right now with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. I am the current reigning champion. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing Iron Things. Can you name the words or terms or people below containing the word iron?
All right.
Okay.
IRON.
All right.
Okay, just want to make sure you guys know.
Gotcha.
Okay, your first one. English heavy metal band.
Iron Maiden.
Oh,
Galvin.
Oh, yeah. Gio said.
Do you get it now?
Yeah.
1999 animated film voiced
Iron
by
Giant.
Mike. Another name for an American football field.
Gridiron.
Gridiron is
Who's-
correct. Pap.
Who said it?
Well, I said it.
I said
I
it.
said it. I started with I, and then I said gridiron.
Right.
I said gridiron.
So did I.
Then that's Michael.
Thank you.
That you're.
That's my mega
Come
up
on,
from
man.
yesterday.
We got to figure out something with
Yeah.
this. We got to figure out
We're
something.
only going on
but
10 years.
I mean, you don't know, so you can't go who said it. That's not the judge.
Because you said you started with something.
Yeah,
so
but I thought I finished first. You know, whether I did or not, you can't. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
It sounded to me like it was Michael.
Thank
I
you.
thought
Oh,
that's
now
what
it
you're
does.
asking.
Now it does.
I appreciate you.
Then why in the first place did you say who said it?
Because I didn't know. I knew that I heard what Michael said, but I didn't know if you said it first. You started with
What?
iron.
Okay, well then I said it first.
You didn't.
Okay. Now you know. Now you know. It's crazy, man. All right, good, Carmen.
Okay. Iron Things. Your next one. Japanese cooking show.
Iron Chef.
Galvin.
I heard Galvin.
Yes. Negative pressure ventilator, often used for polio victims.
Iron lung.
Geo. U.S. rock band known for the hit song
Iron
Iron
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Galvin.
Oh, you should have made her say it. What's the song?
Don't worry about it.
Ah!
It's like spaced out.
Yes,
try it.
In a gata da vida.
All right, that's all right.
Yeah, that's
And
how-
I gotta be all baby.
And Pap, this is a short one, Dave.
Oh,
We are halfway
that's
there.
Too short.
Gio is on the board with a single point. Michael has 2, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning by 1 with 3.
Okay.
Is he?
That's what I think.
All right. Famed 1902 triangular skyscraper on 5th Avenue in New York City.
The Flatiron Building.
Yes, Mike Calta. Period in human history beginning after 1000
The Iron Era.
BCE.
Iron Years.
Can you? Forget it. I don't know.
Iron Age.
Ah.
Pap with the point.
Oh, cool.
I was around.
1998 film starring Leonardo DiCaprio.
Man in
and
the Iron Mask.
Galvin, excuse me. Actor who also starred.
Jeremy Irons.
Galvin. Term for a Cold War barrier popularized by Winston
Iron Wall.
Churchill. Term for a Cold War barrier
Iron
popularized
bunker.
by Winston Churchill.
I know it.
Cool.
Iron Curtain.
Correct. Point Pap. Your next one. TV show with a wheelchair-bound police
Iron
detective. Mike. German military decoration, usually
Iron
given.
Cross.
Galvin. And Pap. We're on the last three.
Geo, no movement. He has 1 single point. Michael with 4, and Galvin is your leader right now by 2. He's winning with 6.
All right. You guys are naming the iron things. Last 3. Here we go. Nickname given to baseball's Lou Gehrig for his
Iron Horse.
durability. Galvin. An instrument to heat hair and
Iron.
produce
Flat iron.
ringlets.
Curling iron.
Yeah.
Geo. And your last one.
Iron Man.
Nickname given to British Prime Minister
Iron
Margaret
Lady.
Thatcher.
Oh.
Mike Calta. Geo.
I saved the double.
The tiebreaker was
You
Iron
got-
Man.
Yeah, you got the
Son of a
tiebreaker.
bitch.
What was the clue?
The alter ego of Tony Stark.
Oh,
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Yes. I have to make sure that one everyone knows.
Damn it.
So,
good job, Carmen.
Your final score.
thank you.
Geo with 2 points on the board, Michael with 5, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
Kachaya! Woo!
Pick a line, Galvin.
I will go with line 5.
Good morning. Who's this? Wow.
Never mind.
That was you. You want to pick another one, or you want to take a line 5 again?
Line 4.
All right. Good morning. Who's this?
Oh.
Just pick one.
Go back to line 5. Good morning. Who's this?
Eric.
Hi, Eric. You're the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. That's line 5, Carmen.
Got it.
Oh. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, Tuck a Buck, Is Guy Gay, and Rotten Thoughts.
Good. All right. We got a lot to get to. We got good because I wanted to talk about this. I made a little note to talk about it, and I forgot.
Mhm.
All right. Galvin has your news. We'll get into that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
Yeah, it's funny because like Jason Aldean is a rock band with a country singer.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a lot of his stuff is very rock.
Yeah. And there was a new turn in my house now. My daughter likes country music. Well, she likes Morgan Wallen. There's a lot of Morgan
Yeah.
Wallen in my house.
That's I think that's just the age. They love that. Because my daughters listen to Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where she gets it from. Like, I don't know where she's hearing it.
Same.
TikTok and other friends and all that stuff.
Probably.
You know, and a lot of, I mean, I don't know whether she plays video games, but like, I remember my son would be playing all kind of stuff and I go, where'd you hear that? And it was like video game.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what Joey's fear. Or Joey would put on Spotify to listen to a song and then listen to the songs that came on after. You
Right.
know, their choices.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
that's if I'm listening to Spotify, I want to know exactly what I'm hearing.
Oh,
I wanna
really?
Pick my. Yeah.
I do like to put on like a specific song and then they'll play other songs, other bands that are
Like
like
that,
that.
yeah.
And I've discovered some stuff before. I mean, there's a lot of times where they're like, hey, you like Ozzy Osbourne? Have you heard of Van Halen? And I'm like, yeah, actually, surprisingly, I have heard
good
of Van
fit.
Halen.
Yeah.
You might know.
Yeah.
I
But-
like the playlist that that Spotify makes for you because they'll do like a daily mix.
Yeah.
For me, they'll do like a hip hop
But
mix, a
the
country
problem
mix.
I have with that, Carmen, is I
Love
use
that.
it for joiner music.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'm getting Montgomery Gentry pop up in my mix. You know what I mean? Or how much John Mellencamp can one guy listen to?
Hmm.
So
Gotcha.
yeah. Damn it, there was something before news I wanted to tell you. Galvin just made a joke during the break that
Oh.
I can't repeat on the air that
No.
almost made Gio choke on his own vomit.
Li-
He
literally,
wasn't going to make it to his next
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah.
no, I took a sip of coffee. Galvin said something, and the coffee just shot out
It
my
was a
nose.
good. It was a good one. It was
shot
a
out
good
my
one.
nose like crazy.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
I'm just waiting on hold. I won the Sporcle tickets, and I've just been sitting here.
Oh, come on, Carmen.
You didn't. He did not win.
Is he line 5?
Well, he's line
Rick?
1 now.
Well, he's
No,
sitting
but-
on
Well,
hold.
I
Eric.
called back.
Eric won.
Eric won, and I got Eric's information.
Yeah, why
already.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Rick. I'm sorry.
All right, no
Oh.
problem. Sorry, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
You're on the
I
air.
understand
You're
that.
on the air,
He
Rick.
didn't. Yeah, he didn't have, but he didn't talk to you.
That's
you
a pretty
and
good scam, though.
You and Eric, exactly, and they do it all the
No,
time.
I don't think that guy was scamming. I think he thought he won.
Yeah.
You literally had a conversation with somebody else,
I did.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
so
But
I
he
don't.
could have been answering.
I don't know whether that guy knows how to use a phone.
Exactly. That's
What if that guy was answering my questions? Just
Right.
thought we were having a conversation.
Yeah.
Didn't hear you over
Yeah.
the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm.
All right, ladies and
Wasn't
gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, President Donald Trump suggested Tuesday that Ukraine was responsible for Russia's invasion of the country 3 years ago, arguing that they could have made a deal to avoid the conflict. Saying, quote, "You should have never started it," Trump said of the Ukraine while criticizing President Zelensky, who had expressed concern that his country was not included in talks between the U.S. and Russia in Saudi Arabia. "I think I have the power to end this war," Trump said. "I think it's going very well, but today I heard, oh, well, we weren't invited." Well, you've been there for 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
Oh boy,
It's your fault that
it's
you
your fault.
invaded your
Yeah,
country.
yeah. Well, what kind of deal? Maybe he didn't want to make a deal. Maybe the deal was to give up land that he didn't want to give up.
Well, I mean, it all stems back to them getting in NATO was the whole
Yeah.
thing that we promised would never happen. And then they were saying, hey, we're going to have them in NATO. And then, so I don't know. I mean, it's not my thing, whatever. I really don't like this Zelensky guy. I just don't like him.
You don't like Zelensky. Why don't you like him? Because
He just seems like a phony that just wants a bunch of money from the U.S.
Yeah.
You know,
I want a bunch of money from the U.S.
listen, I get it that Russia's trying to take over and do that stuff, and that's not great for them. But also, there are possible resolutions to stuff. I don't know.
And for you to let it go on this long and just take money from us,
Yeah, but I don't
Trump's
think
right-
he's
like-
letting it go on. They've invaded his country.
right. But again, they're
thousands and
killing
thousands of
people.
people.
You're losing the war. Make a deal.
No,
Sorry,
they're-
like you don't have anything to stand on anymore.
So then, what kind of precedent is that setting? That if tomorrow Putin wants to go into Poland and take over Poland, well, okay, that's it. Make a
Well,
deal.
I think he now has a U.S. leader that will do something and is doing something about it, as opposed to Biden, who wasn't really doing anything except for just sending the money.
Secretly, not so secretly funding.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, we'll see what happens with it.
I don't know. Listen to me.
Could have made a deal.
I knew nothing about Ukraine before.
Hmm.
I know very little about it now.
Right.
I don't know anything. I mean, that's an ignorant way to be. I don't know. But it's the truth. We didn't know anything 2 years ago, and now we're all like, free Ukraine.
But also, we hear something, and then you change the news, and you go to a different channel, and it's like, no, that's not right. This is what's actually happening.
I don't know
So
what
everyone-
to believe, Carmen.
Exactly. There's too many stories, and there's not enough legitimate journalists or press or news sources that everyone's pushing their own agenda. So whatever looks good,
You know why?
and gets their viewers, that's what they're going to talk. And
Follow
that's
the
what we're
money,
gonna talk about.
Carmen.
Yes.
Because I will get on this stage. I'm just letting everybody know. I feel like at the twilight of my career, I should let everybody know I'm easily bought. If you would like me to be pro-Ukraine, I can be bought. If you'd like me to be anti-Ukraine, I can be bought. This show is also available to be swayed by monetary gifts. I'm just letting you know that. I feel like we're not getting enough monetary gifts.
The only thing I knew about Ukraine before was the Klitschko brothers, Lomachenko and Yusek. That was about it.
So they turn out some good fighters.
There's a lot of good
Yeah,
fighters.
good fighters.
For sure.
If you asked me about the Ukraine, I would have said it's in Russia. I don't know nothing.
Yeah. A little bit off.
It's going to be in Russia now.
I was ahead of my
I think
time.
that's the plan.
A newly released Netflix series is drawing attention once again to the case of Gabby Petito. It's a story with many ties and twists to the Tampa Bay area. What, Flabby?
Flabby Petito. Carmen is Flabby Petito.
The series is now available for viewing. Gabby's father and stepmother say that they have never received an apology from Brian Laundrie's parents, and they
Why should they?
Watch the thing. Watch
because
the
they
series.
harbored their child.
They hit him.
Not only that, but you should have seen, like, imagine your child's missing and her fiance is back, and he said that he flew back and left her in a hotel. But the van they were in is parked in your driveway. And then they're literally stonewalling the police and saying, we're not talking.
But here's the thing.
And I understand the other side of it.
The other
That's your
side
kid.
is that is your child.
I know.
But another child is missing.
Right.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to go, my son killed this girl.
Right.
What do I do?
They were doing that. I listen, if this was my daughter, I'd be losing my mind. But also, if this was my son, my goal is to protect my son.
You don't think you have a right to help the other parents?
100% you do, and it would kill me. It would make me feel terrible that I had to do this. But my number one goal is going to be to protect my child.
Would you
That's
write?
it.
Yeah.
Would you write your child a letter that says, "If you killed someone, I will bring a shovel and help you bury the body"?
It depends on who they killed. If Joey killed his girlfriend, I don't think that I would do that. If Joey got in a fight and killed somebody, or went after somebody who did,
Like,
I don't know.
get protecting your kid, but also
If your kid's
your
a-
kid murdered somebody,
Right,
and to live in a society, you have to.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Think about this. Just this is not right. I'm not telling you this is the right thing to do. I'm telling you as a parent, if it's your kid, your priority is your kid, and that's just it.
Yeah, I don't
And yes, when all is said and done, should I call the Petito family and say I'm sorry that this all went down and we both lost children in this situation? It's terrible, and I'm sorry that your daughter had to go through this and you had to go through this, but it's not their fault, and they are dealing with the same situation. They're dealing with the loss of their child in two different ways. One
Who happens to be a murderer.
well,
But
yes.
also, it's not their fault, but they could have ended the suffering of them not knowing and searching for however many months and all that stuff. They could have ended all that
But in the meantime,
much earlier. And also,
they're protecting their child.
right, but also you have to think about yourself, too. Now you're involved. Now
Well,
you're an
yeah.
accessory after the fact.
My thought would be, Galvin, if this was my son and my son accidentally or aggressively killed his girlfriend, I would say to him, son, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to say, but you have to do the right thing, and you have to go and turn yourself in, and you have to suffer the consequences. That would be my advice to my son. Also, part of me would be like, let's get this kid to Mexico as quick as we can. I would be in the middle of both of those things, knowing that I'm going to lose my son to jail, or I'm going to lose my son to him being on the road for the rest of his life, or fleeing. So it would be horrible. And to be the parent and to be in that position that you didn't ask to be in is tough. It's a tough situation.
It is an interesting series. I think it's like 4 episodes, but it really delves into it, and there's a lot of information that you
I can't watch it
didn't.
because I don't want to be sad for both of these parents. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the story again. I remember as it was going down, you knew the minute that she was missing, you knew she was dead.
Yeah,
And-
I don't think you'll be as much sad for both sets of parents. I think you'll be sad for one and mad at the other.
Well, but I think that's the way the documentary was shot.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't think I could turn my kid in.
But
my question is, like, if your kid murders somebody, that doesn't change your perception of your own child.
Yes, it 100%
Right.
does, Carmen. But
Like-
but at the same time, it's still your child.
Yeah.
But also, when you're saying about how the documentary was shot, there's a lot that skew and do stuff. Whatever this is, I'm talking about literally just from police footage.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
So
but-
it's the facts. You know what I mean?
Carmen,
Where you're just like, oh boy.
If I found out after all these years Pete was a child molester
Right.
and he went to jail, I'd probably visit Pete in jail. Like I'm not gonna love Pete as my number one best friend.
What if
for
you
the
find
past
What if it's
20
a child?
You
What if
touch
it's a
your
child?
daughter.
Yeah. What if it's a child you know?
Yeah.
Different story.
Yeah.
But
That-
I also would see I in my head I would say Pete has a sickness, and I'm not saying I would bring him cake on the weekends and we'd hang out and party, but I don't know that I'd abandon Pete if it didn't affect me. Like if it wasn't my
Yeah.
kid, if it
Bobby
was my
would
kid,
be-
I'd want to cut his head off.
Bobby would be like, "See, dude, I
Yeah.
told you, number one." The interesting thing, you made me think of something when we were just talking about that.
The documentary is on Netflix,
Mhm.
and every time I turn it on, it shows the video and it shows Gabby Petito's picture, and I just think I think it would be too sad for me to watch it. I don't want to go through the whole story again and have to think, what if that was my daughter? What if that was my son? The anxiety of that is killing me right now just talking about it. I mean, you were going to say you don't know if you could turn your son in. I mean,
No.
but here's the thing. And Galvin's talked about it on the show. You're never going to get away with it. You're never going to get away with it. And
You're only
the thing I want to
prolonging the
avoid
inevitable.
is him ending up dead like this kid did. And I'd want him to go to jail, so at least in jail he has a chance of getting out, or I have a chance of visiting him and having a life with him.
Like if the cops show up at my door asking where my son's at, and I know he's in the house, I don't think I could just say, yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, no,
I think that's what happened.
I would do it the right way.
If he's a cold-blooded killer, though, like
He's not a cold-blooded
but
like you don't want to
killer.
believe
this
that.
Brian
though.
Laundrie is. Yes, he was.
How?
Like it wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
It wasn't. They were walking and she accidentally hit her head.
I got to be honest. If I was on the road with you for a week, I'd feel the same way.
Also, he tried to make it like it was an accident, like she fell, and he tried
course.
tried to help her out of the woods, and then she was in so much pain that he put her out of her misery.
But also, you don't know
Right.
if the parents knew that what he said to me, because you want it's your kid, so you want to give your kid the benefit of the doubt, even
Yeah,
though
he easily could have told the parents it was an accident,
Right.
and I didn't know what to do,
And you're gonna believe him.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you don't know that, like, obviously hindsight we know what happened and how horrible it was, but I think still in the moment it's your kid. I don't think I could turn him in. I'm trying to think of what can we do to get him out of this.
I mean, I certainly would not just say to the police, yeah, he's inside.
Yeah.
I would have to call a lawyer and do it the right way to present it to where it's still going to be in his best interest to go in.
And it's an interesting thing also, the way that they have to go about contacting the police, because you live here, but it happened in Utah, and this is over here. You know what I mean? So it's like then now all these different agencies have to work together and stuff, and then the FBI is involved and everything.
Did he kill himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
He shot himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't
I mean,
get any points.
He like went to the swamp, right?
Right.
He went to a wooded area, and
But by trying to protect my kid, I don't feel like I'm justifying what he did.
Right.
I'm
You're
just trying to, like,
being a parent.
Yeah,
Help my
I
kid
get that.
through a situation.
They said now they're focused on their foundation and changing laws to protect victims of domestic violence, which is a thing that they talk about in the documentary, is that this was everywhere. The Gabby Petito thing was everywhere. Meanwhile, there are so many women of color, African American and Mexican, Native American. Native American is crazy too, whatever. But now they changed the laws and stuff with that, and that kind of was fast tracked because of this case.
Right.
Listen, you can only hope when there's a loss like this that some sort of good will come out of it, and it's the only thing that gives the parents peace of mind. The other thing is, I don't want to make this insensitive to where I'm like, what I was saying was, if you're Gabby Petito's parents, I mean, clearly they do, but do you want to hear from Brian Laundrie's parents now? Do you want to hear? Do you want them to apologize?
They even say that. That was what they said, is that they have not gotten an apology and don't expect or don't want one.
Right.
either.
Like, it sucks for both of them.
There was a civil suit. There was a civil suit that was settled. So
And who is that against?
Against the parents because of
Their
withholding
involvement?
information. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the situation with that. Newsweek has a ranking of the best and worst places to flip houses. Remember, that was a big thing for a long time, where everyone was like, I'm going to buy and flip a house and do all that stuff. And then the market kind of crashed. But now a lot of people are doing it as well. Where do you think the best city in America and the worst city to flip houses is?
I wouldn't even know. I mean, the worst, I would imagine, would be like New York, a big city like that, where it costs so much to get one.
You should not do real estate. Number one best is New
really?
York.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
New York is the best. Where
Well,
did you say is the worst?
I don't know. I mean, I judging by that, I would have to say it's someplace that's not worth a lot of money.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Someplace like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Well, Detroit, you could probably
Los Angeles?
get a house for $1 and sell it for $5.
Yeah.
Los Angeles?
Tampa
Oh.
is the worst place to flip houses. Yeah, how
I
about
get
that?
I get it.
Interesting. So New York City, number one. Tampa is the worst. So if you're trying to flip,
You know
a-
why, though? Because, well, no, that wouldn't make sense.
The
Why? I
worst.
wonder why it's the worst.
Out of the whole
Probably
country?
because the value of houses here is pretty good. So if you're trying to flip it, you're not going to make a good amount of money. Whatever.
Sure, and,
Because it's
and
high to buy in, too.
Right.
yeah, and I'm
right.
thinking Tampa. I'm in my mind. I'm thinking the surrounding areas of Tampa. I'm thinking Land O'Lakes, Wesley Chapel, that kind of area.
Yeah.
They say the next spot is between Wesley Chapel and Ocala, that area up there.
It's
Dade
blowing
City.
up out there.
Yeah.
It really is. Every time I drive out there now, it's crazy the amount of Like just massive neighborhoods that are being built.
I was just talking about this the other day. So where my parents live is all developed now, but whenever they first bought, it was like nothing. I mean,
Right.
their road wasn't even paved. It was a clay road that went all the way back to the bay
I
where their
remember.
house is. Yeah, exactly. But then all up there now is all developed in big neighborhoods and all this stuff. My brother Tim, at the time, there was this place, and I want to say it was like 2.5 acres, maybe, or something like that, had a pond and had like a mobile home on it. And I may be getting the numbers wrong. They're not exact, whatever. But I want to say it was like $40,000 to buy that place.
Right.
And my dad was like, I don't think I would, whatever that's not. And then like about 5 years ago, it sold for over $3 million.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's just bananas. Like
Well-
if he would have bought that back then.
Yeah.
Pete and I lived together in a condo, and we were renting, and then they were selling it, and they were selling it for like 80 grand, and they were like, "Do you want to buy it for 80 grand?" And we're like, 80 grand?
Yeah.
Where would we get 80 grand from? And now it's like $2 million.
And you always wonder, does it keep going like that? Like now you think, okay, well now it's pretty much at the top, right?
Yeah.
And then, 5
Yeah.
years from now, you go, I could have had it for, that. Now it's worth this much.
That's what I hope about this house, Galvin. In 5 more years, it doubles what it's worth now, so I
Yeah.
can retire.
Hopefully the market keeps going that way. And
When
so-
I lived in Tallahassee, I bought a condo. It was the first house I bought, like first time home loaners loan and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I moved right away, like 8 months later. So I just sold it and broke completely even.
Yeah.
Had I hung on to it and just rented it out,
That's-
it's worth more than double.
Why wouldn't you rent it in a
Yeah.
college town?
At the time, I was like 25, and I was just trying to get out. I didn't want to have any baggage.
Yeah.
I didn't think about a landlord. I have to worry about paying
Right.
for
You
stuff.
don't know if
No.
somebody's going to rent it, then you're carrying the mortgage
Yeah.
and doing all that stuff. Yeah.
And they didn't have like internet back then, so you or like companies to manage
Airbnb
it for
and-
you
oh,
and
yeah,
stuff like that.
all
You
that.
know what I mean? Like
Gio, also, may I tell you, as a guy who rented a house, it is the worst.
Yeah.
Like you would hear all these nightmare stories. How could they possibly happen to me too? First, people who went in there, they moved out and they took my washing machine. I called them up and I was like, "Where's my washing machine?" They go, "Oh, you wanted that?" I'm like, I wanted it. It was
Yeah.
mine. They were like,
Did you take the windows?
well, you said the appliances that stay with the refrigerator and I go, yeah, the ones that were there when you moved in.
Yeah.
So they had to get me a new washing machine because they took it or they stole it or whatever they did to it. Then the next people that moved in, they were late constantly with their rent.
Yeah.
Then the next people that moved in, they were like, we have a small dog. And I'm like, small dog's fine. That's okay. They had 2 dogs, they had birds, and they had animals that they let just roam the house. And then they said, if we paint, can we paint it back neutral colors when we're done? We're like, yeah, that'd be great. Moved out, left the wall painted black in one room and red in the other room.
Yeah. And I was leaving the town, so I wouldn't even be in town to do it.
To
I'd
take care of it,
hire
yeah.
somebody
Right.
else to take care of stuff.
When you rented that house, did you rent it? Were you the landlord, or did you
Yes.
have a
No,
management
I
company?
rented it because the first ones came in and they were like a young family like we were. So we were like, oh, they'll be fine. We'll give them a chance to rent this place. Then the second one, we were like, we're friends of one of my neighbors. So we're like, oh, we know those people. They're friends of the neighbors. And they were the worst. They left the place in shambles.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, obviously you're spending money to have a management company doing stuff, but they know all the
Yeah.
ins and outs and can do that. If you're somebody that's vigilant and you're, it's right down the street and you know how to fix stuff, then it's like, okay, I can do that and
But
take care
also,
of it.
you don't have the right as the landlord to just go in there and look around. So I didn't know that they were painting the walls black.
Right.
And
Yeah.
painting the walls red. I told them, paint it back and paint everything neutral colors. And the
Yeah.
next thing you know, I got black walls.
And I'm thinking if they
mongooses.
if college kids trash my house, I don't have the money to go in and fix it up for somebody
Yeah,
else.
right.
So
and
Yeah.
if you don't know how to do
Yeah.
that,
Right.
that's crazy.
New poll asks people what their ideal work week would be. Okay, so obviously we have a little bit of a different job because we do this, but like
This
somebody,
is my ideal work week.
I'd like something
Right.
around 4 hours a day,
Yeah.
early in the morning.
26% said typical setup 5 8-hour work days. Okay, 40% said they'd like an extra day off, so 4 10-hour days.
I'll take that.
You'd rather do that?
Yes.
Do
4
10-hour
10-hour days?
Yeah. If I have to work 40
Yeah,
hours,
you're working 40 is
I
what
would
it is.
take the
Yeah.
4 days and
15% said they like extra 2 days off so they could do 3 13-hour days.
Oh.
Now you're getting into fireman territory,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And then there was 13% that said shorter shifts, like 6 hours a day, which is not actually 40 hours, so it'd have to be 6 hours and 40-minute work days if you were doing just the 2 or no, what would it be? Shorter shifts rather, and doing it longer. Some of the other ones would prefer to do 2 20-hour work days.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, which is crazy. And then the 4% said just one shift, just work 40 hours straight.
All right.
And then be like, all right, I have the rest of the week to party and do whatever.
I would like to work 5 6-hour days.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't equal 40, but I feel like that would be the. I like to start early and be done by early afternoon.
What if you did like 5 4-hour days?
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
what-
that schedule.
Yeah, that's
I'll take it.
That's what
I'm saying if I had like a real job.
right. Yeah.
10 hours, to me, it seems that's a breeze. That's easy.
I got to be honest with you. Depending on what the job is,
Yeah.
if you get your stuff done, who cares how long you're working or whatever? I mean, there's obviously a lot of certain jobs that you have to be there and you have to, be there to cover whatever's going on. But there's some jobs that it's like, just get your stuff done. Like sales, I don't know why they would ever be in the office. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess to be accountable or something, whatever, but like sales for the radio
They
station.
have work to do. In once they sell something, they have to process it, and they have work to do inside the right stuff.
But it's all the
and-
computer,
all
like
computer.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
everything's
they
on
don't
the
have to
computer.
actually be in the building?
physically
Yeah,
don't have to be there. You could be at home and do it, and that's saving you the commute and all that stuff. So you just get it done.
When I was a kid, I used to deliver the New York Post, which was delivered before I went to school. So I had to do it like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was always thought that this would be the best job in the world. There was a guy who I delivered to who had a big picture window in the front of his house. And that was his office. And he had a big drawing board, and he was a cartoonist for something. I don't know if he did it for the newspapers or a comic book or whatever he did, but that's what he do. And he would sit. I could see every morning. I could see him sitting in his window, sitting at his drafting table with his high. I could see the steam coming off of his coffee while it was snowing outside. And I thought that's my dream job, to be able to sit there in a window and look outside while you do your work. All day.
Yeah.
Even though I'm in a room with no windows right now.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. Like that would be my thing. Because if I had to just stay in this room and do commercials all day, I'd be fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be fine doing
For
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Instagram is testing a dislike button. How would you like that?
Yes.
I mean, why? So all my political posts could have dislikes on
Yeah.
them? You know?
Disliking comments will be private, and the idea is to push downvoted comments to the bottom or have them hidden altogether.
Oh, okay. So that's
But you
it.
can already hide them or delete them.
Yeah.
So if you're
Yeah.
gonna do that, then just what I mean.
But then
Like,
you have
if
you have other people, like if people make comments on your picture, Carmen, and then somebody likes that comment, they can
Yeah.
also dislike that comment.
That's
Yeah,
how
I gotcha.
Reddit works.
Yeah.
You vote it down.
Yeah.
Carmen, I would have liked to dislike some of the comments that people put on your sandwich picture from yesterday,
Thank you.
which you could see at the Mike Calta Show
Oh,
on Instagram
yeah.
right now.
Right?
Most, I would say 90% of the comments were good or just liking and laughing, and
Right.
then there was the occasional old guy with the fat wife that was going to say that you were ugly, that you're a 4 at best,
Of course.
and but it's always the guys with the fat ugly
Yeah.
wives that are so critical of you.
People are scumbags. Michael.
Well, but I don't even. It's just like I would not look at a picture of a girl and without being asked comment
Right,
on it.
right.
Like if somebody said, "Hey, what did you think?" I'd say, "Well, maybe she's not my type," But I also, if I have an ugly wife, I would not go out of my way to say that you're also ugly,
Well,
because now you're just
yes.
angry at every. Now you're angry at
Right.
your wife. What?
I just saw the guy that said 4, maybe.
Yeah,
That's what a loser would say.
And what did I comment on that guy?
Yeah. I see his wife too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4. She's clocking in at about 260.
Yes.
And that guy. So who is he
Some
mad?
people like bigger girls.
But so who is he mad at, Carmen?
Right.
You for
Mhm.
being a 4 or his fat wife? I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, man,
Who is he really mad at?
This guy's a real dick.
Which one?
This guy. I don't want to read
There's
it.
one guy that apologized.
I don't want to read it.
Just
Read it.
read it.
It
Yeah.
says, age is not being kind to her. Neither is that hair color change.
Yeah.
And Mike
Yeah.
responded, neither are you. And then he responded, you're right. That was not cool, Carmen. Carmen has been a trooper and a hottie for years.
Yeah, Carmen, I would.
there you go. Turn him around.
Yeah, because he was not kind. Neither has he. He has not been kind to Carmen either.
I had to delete a couple comments from that picture that I put up on for Valentine's Day.
Of you and your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Well, why?
Oh.
Because
let
Because
it
people are mean.
let it
because
ride.
people are jerks. One guy's like, "Oh, are you paying her by the hour or the day?" And I'm like, "What? What are you?"
Well, that's a
what-
compliment. That's a
That's
compliment.
more of a
Joe.
shot
That's a
at you.
compliment.
That's
Yeah.
more of a shot
I
at
don't
you.
know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're
Yeah.
saying your chick is the same as a high priced call girl.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
okay.
bravo, Joe.
Yeah.
She's out of your league.
Yeah.
So
Well, listen, I left up the he's outkicked his coverage.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't heard that a million times.
That old-
I'm like,
yeah,
whatever.
Jesus. That's wild.
Those things make me laugh.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that my wife is above my average or whatever you would want to
I'm
say.
fine with that.
But I know I'm lucky. If you want to point it out too, I'm good with that.
Right.
How about this? We always talk about different stuff, whether it's healthy, who knows what's good. They say, yeah, eat red meat, don't eat red meat. Drink wine, don't drink wine, blah, blah, blah. Consumer Reports looked at the healthiest options at 3 of the big sandwich shops.
Oh,
Okay.
like I got a Subway and a Jersey Mike's.
They
kinda?
did Chick-fil-A, Panera Bread, and Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
Any thoughts, like right off the bat? What would you think for
So
any
I
of
would
those?
imagine a Chick-fil-A would be a grilled chicken sandwich.
So people think it's the cool wrap because of the word wrap.
Uh-huh.
It's actually the grilled chicken sandwich. It has half of the salt, less saturated fat. Both are healthier than fried chicken sandwiches, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, the grilled chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A is the healthiest option there.
Interesting.
Panera Bread.
Panera, I would imagine they have a salad. We're looking at sandwiches.
Sandwiches, just sandwiches, yeah.
I don't really know their menu very well.
So a lot of people think it's the toasted garden caprese sandwich.
Oh, that's delicious.
Yeah, because it's vegetarian, and a lot of people think, oh, vegetarian, that's going to be healthier for you. But it has a lot of mozzarella cheese on there. They say their tuna salad sandwich actually has less saturated fat.
Okay, that
So
makes
tuna
sense.
salad,
Yeah.
the steak and cheese ciabatta roll did not make it.
No,
Oh,
surprisingly.
Good to know.
Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's, you might expect their number 14, which is the veggie sandwich, but actually, it's the grilled portobello and Swiss. It has a third less calories, way less salt, and half the saturated fats.
Sounds awful.
Ooh, I love mushrooms.
Oh.
Yeah, but just a sandwich of mushrooms and cheese?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It doesn't even taste like mushroom. It tastes like it's meat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you, even like.
I just hate Swiss cheese, so the thought of that.
Yeah,
makes
I'm not
me
a big
go,
fan of Swiss.
yeah.
I don't want
maybe do provolone.
a
so.
meaty mushroom.
Yeah.
Mm.
Have you ever had like a mushroom burger or mushroom sandwich?
I'm so grossed out by mushrooms.
Oh, you don't like them?
Don't
Yeah,
ask
just-
Burger Guy that.
I like them
Shut
a
up,
lot.
Joe.
Don't defile his burger. Yeah, no, I really like mushrooms a lot. So yeah, I'm like totally fine with it. By the way, Carmen, again, thank you for the suggestion of NY to Philly.
Yeah.
I got a pizza from there. Carmen had told me about it, and I got a pizza from there. Their sauce is homemade sauce. The sauce is the key to a good pizza. It
Is
really
that the one you're
yeah.
wailing on in the picture?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's
oh,
where
if
the-
you want to see that at the Mike Calta Show.
Oh.
That's where the Philly's from.
But I got a pizza from them, and I got onions and mushrooms. And I don't know whether they were like, let's just give them all the onions and
Oh,
mushrooms.
yeah.
But they chopped it. It was so much, and I was like, yeah, bring it on, man.
It can't stay on the pizza.
Yeah,
Their
yes.
Philly pizza is like just probably like 2 pounds of meat and then 2 pounds of onions and mushrooms with it.
Philly
is
pizza. And did they do like a white sauce or like some sort of cream sauce, or they do red?
Honestly, I don't know. It may have been red. It was a while ago. All I know is I devoured it.
Yeah.
Chad and I like ate the whole thing, and it's like super thin. So if you ask it to get it crispy,
Yeah.
it like
Keep
my.
talking.
Where-
Keep talking.
Where's
I'm
this in
almost
Carrollwood?
I want to say Limbaugh and Armenia.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
It was good. It
Find
was
it.
good stuff for sure.
It's really good. NY to Philly, not New York to Philly.
Right,
NY
NY.
to Philly.
Speaking of, do you know, did I leave my protein powder in New Orleans?
Yes.
I
I did.
asked. I asked.
yes.
Yeah.
I picked it
He
up
was
because Joe.
sick.
Joe even. Oh yeah, you may not have been out there because I held it up and I go, "Hey, is this somebody's or was this already here?" And
Yeah,
Joe
I
said,
forgot it.
"Joe goes, that might be mine." And looked at it with his, and then he goes, "No, that's
Nope,
not mine."
Not mine.
Well,
So I didn't know whether it was already there.
Yeah, Joe had some kind of concoction he
that's
was mixing
Metamucil.
Oh yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah. No, those are greens. I'm getting my daily allotment of greens.
Yeah.
He was in the bathroom like mixing up something.
Yep.
So is Carmen.
I
Today is National Chocolate Mint Day.
Well,
love chocolate mint.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a superior combo.
I
in my-
got a shipment of Girl Scout cookies
Oh,
yesterday.
did you?
Oh.
with
Okay.
Thin Mints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately gave the Thin Mints away to Soph because that's her favorite.
How many sleeves did you have?
I didn't have any. They're calling my name though.
Yeah.
They're in the other room.
They're
The
good.
fact that I know that they're there is killing me.
Samoas.
Thin mints and ice cream.
Yeah.
Like when Dairy Queen does the Thin Mint Blizzard.
Oh yeah.
That is top notch, man.
That's one of my favorite ice creams.
Yes.
Chocolate
I'm
mint.
same.
Mint.
I don't mind paying because I know it's for the kids and the Girl Scouts, but the shrinkflation's going on with the cookies.
I don't even know. I just know that I'm going to spend $100.
Yeah.
So whatever I get for that, I get.
I
for
noticed there's far less cookies in the box than it used to be.
Oh, I don't.
Are the boxes smaller?
I don't
Maybe.
think so.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think maybe your hands got bigger.
No, no, I'm fine with it. I'm just saying. I see what you're doing, Girl Scouts.
Yeah. Do you know that I had to buy Girl Scout cookies and apologize to the Girl Scouts when I was on the country radio station?
Why?
Because I had said I called them Nazis. I said that the Girl Scouts are attacking me. They're singling me out because I'm fat, and they're attacking me at every store I go to when I leave. The little Girl Scout Nazis are there trying to sell me cookies. I said they're not a group. They're an attack group now. And I was clearly making a joke, and the Girl Scouts were very offended. And country radio just apologizes to everybody, so they made me apologize, and I had to buy cookies from them. I had to do that. I called these girls called up to promote their BBW dance, the big beautiful women, and I played cow sound effects while they were doing it, and I had to give them all Tim McGraw tickets. And oh, dude, Carmen,
Shock jock.
Yeah,
You're
I was
such
like,
a jerk.
I mean, come on. And then meanwhile, the guy who's hosting the show is laughing while I'm doing it, and I'm the one who got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
One time I went to what's that place I'm not allowed to go back to anymore? Auburndale? I don't know, someplace out there. And they had chickens had gotten out of the coop, and they were running all over the town. So I was going to go that morning and round up all the chickens. And honestly, I got there and I couldn't find any chickens. Like, it was all over the news that there were chickens everywhere. And I got there, so I'm like going through people's backyards, and so they called the cops on me.
Oh,
And the cops came, and the woman was so mad, she called my boss. And I'll never forget, Brad Harden was like, maybe there's an electric bill or something we could pay. And they had to pay their electric bill to make it all go away.
you were just going to people's backyards?
Well, I was just like trying to find the chickens.
Oh.
People gave me a heads up of where the chickens were, so I went and looked for the chickens.
Did you have your shoes on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't in St. Pete.
It was a fence.
What they followed me to the county line and then told me not to come back anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the police are very nice, but they asked me to never come back there again.
You're not welcome here no more.
I'd never been there before, so I didn't think it was ever going to be a problem. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Today is also National Tug of War Day.
Oh yeah, when's the last time you had a good tug of war?
It's been quite a while. I mean, a little tug of war with my dog and stuff. But I love watching. You ever see a lion play tug of war?
Oh,
where
yeah.
they do that, and they'll have like 8 bodybuilders on the other end, and the lion's just like, whatever, dude, and just pulling it like it's nothing.
They just did tug of war at the Pro Bowl.
Oh,
the
did they?
AFC that was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because these big ass monster linemen, Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
By the way, I saw we always talk about lion versus bear.
Yeah,
Do we know who wins that?
I say bear. I say if you're putting a grizzly and a lion, I mean it's going to be a brutal battle. But I would say grizzly bear.
Grizzly's heavier.
So they had a woman go over and to show you how big the grizzlies get. Mulberry. Thank you, Richard. Mulberry is the city that the chickens are not allowed to go to. So the bear is on its all fours,
Right.
and it's probably about 5.5 feet tall on all fours, like just sitting on its hind legs. So she took food and held it up on a stick above her head, and the bear had to stand up. It was like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
It was monstrous.
Yeah.
It was like
And the
Shaq
claws-
plus 300 pounds.
And the claws are like
Just
giant
just the paw alone.
combat knives
Yeah.
on the end and stuff. Yeah,
You're not fighting a bear.
No, you're not fighting a lion
Right.
either. But
You're not fighting a lion, but I'll slay a bobcat.
Probably not. I saw the one Tony posted.
Oh, I'll kill that bobcat.
Oh, you're out of your gourd. 7 more women have accused Baltimore Ravens kicker Justin Tucker of engaging in sexually inappropriate misconduct at high-end spas, according to the Baltimore Banner. This increases the total to 16 therapists from 8 different spas to make allegations of inappropriate behavior by Tucker. All of the incidents reportedly occurred during the sessions from 2012 to 2016, which were Tucker's first 5 seasons in the NFL. In the latest allegations, one of the women says that Tucker made intense eye contact throughout the massage.
eye
it's not.
contact.
Exactly.
Right.
That's ticky-tack.
This seems like it's
Wow.
starting to get.
Well, hang on, Carmen. While he was exposed,
Okay.
another woman said he left what she believed to be ejaculate on the table.
Well, maybe she does a really good job.
That's a little different.
But
Intense
But-
eye contact, though, he may.
two things.
Listen, I'm not going to make excuses.
Two things. One, intense eye contact. Throw that out. That's ridiculous. There's no crime there.
While
What
exposed.
if he's
It-
looking down at the junk?
It doesn't
and
matter if you're feeling uncomfortable because he's having intense eye contact. Say please stop or end the massage. That's it. You would not violate it anyway. If it made you feel uncomfortable, stop. Ejaculate. Don't say it unless it's ejaculate. Don't say it unless you know what it is. If there was some moisture on the table, it could be sweat. It could be anything. It could be maybe that the guy was aroused. Sometimes that happens a little bit before, an actual orgasm happens. Maybe something happened there from the guy being aroused. Does that make him a criminal? Does that make him do anything wrong? Here's my thing. I have gotten a massage. I went to Ian's girl for a massage. Ian was like, she's over here. She's great. I drive all the way over here. But I went there and I was in bad pain and she was beating me up. But the first thing I did when I went in there, she goes, okay, strip down and get on the table. And I said, strip down to my underwear. And she said, yeah. And I go, okay. I don't know that I would have laid there naked. Or if I did, they're very good at putting the towel on you and then maneuvering the towel as you go along so that you stay covered. But I'm more comfortable in my underwear. And I think she was more comfortable in my underwear. Just establish that right out of the gate. Just tell the guy, put on your underwear. You know what I'm saying? I had a massage lady for rehab one time after a car accident, massaged my back. I wore basketball shorts when I went in there for the massage because she was doing my lower back. She would take my pants and my underwear and yank them down below my butt cheek.
Right.
Well, that's her call. I don't mind it. You want to rub my butt for a little while? Rub it. But that was her that did that. You know what I mean? I presented it as I'm not trying to be offensive in any way. So if you got the guy in there and you're uncomfortable, make him wear pants.
Yeah.
Make him wear underwear.
I mean, I don't know. You can make a lot of excuses. We don't know because we weren't there.
16 people saying something, it's pretty obvious who the problem is. He's the problem. But these two examples that we have are terrible.
Yeah.
Right. Everything seems a little ticky-tack.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Sticky tack for one.
but it's like none of the claims are he touched them, he forcibly made them do something. A lot of the allegations are he made them feel uncomfortable.
But also,
So-
the intense eye contact could be you're massaging me. And, you're a professional athlete, so they're probably in there and really breaking down the muscle and doing the stuff, whatever. And I'm looking at you because I don't want to look at my stuff
Right.
while you're down there
Right.
near it and stuff. You know what I mean? What would be more weird? This, you're massaging me looking at you, or this? Just staring at my own, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
They're saying that he intentionally exposed himself.
Right,
Like
yeah.
he's pulling the towel off and then touching these ladies on their
Well,
thighs.
By the way,
That's
what
by the way,
they're saying.
again, I'm not making excuses. I don't
Yeah.
know what happened, whatever. And
Right.
like you said, 16 people are saying, you're like, I don't know.
Tucker intentionally exposed his genitals and then began brushing some of the therapist's thighs with his fingers, allegedly.
That is the pure violation. You don't touch them for any reason. And, and I'm thinking if my wife or my daughter was a massage therapist and this creep started doing this is, and I always ask girls, like massage girls, I'm like, aren't you worried about, you can get a lot of creeps coming in there, especially hot girls who do massage.
Yeah.
Like, that must
Yeah.
be the weirdest thing.
For sure.
I could never go to a super hot girl for a massage.
But again, they're like, it's weird that he got naked. Like as a masseuse, that's an option. You know
Right.
that going into it. So if you don't feel comfortable
but
around,
always.
But you're draped in
Right.
if you're constantly pulling that off or
That's-
exposing an erection, that is
Right.
something that's a violation.
100%. But I'm talking about the girls who are like, no, keep your underwear on. That's not your choice.
Yeah.
You got into a business where you know you're going to be around naked people. So you shouldn't be a massage therapist if you don't feel comfortable around people being naked.
I don't know. I think each therapist has their own way of that they like to do things.
I don't think it's
and
a rule you can
should
get
know.
naked.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if I go to a massage place and they say, please leave on your bra and underwear so I feel comfortable, I'm
Carmen
leaving.
leaves,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah,
She's like, I want to free it.
But I'm saying, like, you can't massage me. I want to get out of my bra and my underwear because I want to be massaged around those places. I don't wear underwear to begin with, so now I have to put it on. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous to me.
I got you. Come on over after the show.
I'll come to your massage
I got big hands. Yeah.
Sticking with football stuff, Patrick Mahomes Sr. relented last week that the Bourbon Street dust-up between him and John Rocker was in fact staged. It was?
Oh, my God.
Man.
Who knew?
No idea.
It could not have been looked more fake.
Terrible.
Who is more embarrassed of this? I mean, imagine you're Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Your father keeps getting DUIs, and
Right.
now he's got he's faking fights with John Rocker.
Yeah.
By the way, I just assumed that was all fake because they set it up for the Barstool fight thing that they're doing. and stuff.
Right. They meet in the street, and then 2 days later, it's set up for a date for a boxing match.
It was funny. The video, someone goes, "Is that John Rocker?"
Yeah.
By the way, John Rocker, big
Yeah.
man. I mean, he was always like a big guy, but he's really been working out. The father of Patrick Mahomes made the admission in court. The officials were questioning him about his trip to New Orleans for the Super Bowl. The documents state that Mahomes Sr., who was placed on probation last year after pleading guilty to a charge of DWI, third or more, was given permission to travel to watch his son in Louisiana for the Super Bowl. But then he subsequently missed a urine test on February 11th, and the officials wanted to know more what was going on. And then
Yeah, I guess either they played together or there was a rivalry or something when they were both in baseball. So I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know the big Rocker Mahomes rivalry that we've talked about for ages.
Yeah, that's crazy. ASAP Rocky was found not guilty of felony assault yesterday and literally dove into Rihanna's arms.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
I did see that, yeah.
When the verdict was read, he also told the jury, quote, "Thank you all for saving my life."
Good for him.
I had no idea any of this was going on. I saw breaking news and I didn't know. It was all brand new news to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, nor do I care.
Yeah.
I knew. Creed, hip hop king of Tampa Bay. Creed and Nickelback will co-headline the Summer of '99 and Beyond Festival.
How is this not called the Guilty Pleasures Tour?
It's going to be in Wisconsin this summer. The lineup also includes, so you have Creed, Nickelback, Daughtry, Three Doors Down, and Live.
They belong together.
Oh, yeah.
Like they so belong together.
Yeah. It's the You're Kind of Embarrassed tour.
Yeah.
News for your dad. You may be excited about this. Donnie Wahlberg will return as his Blue Bloods character for a spin-off series called Boston Blue.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll premiere.
My dad will appreciate that.
Sometime during the summer of, or sometime during 2025-2026 season on CBS. I also read that I guess season 4 of what's that?
Oh, Ted Lasso's coming back.
Ted Lasso, but not with Ted Lasso?
Not with Ted Lasso.
Yeah. So it's going to follow a female soccer team.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, at the end of Ted Lasso, they talk about expanding to a female team. And apparently that's what this is going to be about.
So I saw some conflicting stuff that he's not going to be in it, and then I heard he's going to have a limited role in it.
I think he's got to be in it at some point or somehow.
And you like this show. You
I
say
love
it's good.
Ted Lasso.
I had never watched it.
It was really, really good.
I watched it, and it just wasn't for me. You know, I didn't.
I think Sudeikis is very funny, especially
I
is
like,
that. Yeah,
I like Jason Sudeikis. That I just didn't.
He is a soccer coach. Why?
Well, he's a soccer coach from America because the owner of the team, her husband divorced her.
Okay.
So she wants to destroy the team because now that she's the
Major
owner.
League.
Yes.
Yeah. So she brings him in to destroy the team, and then he ends up, spoiler again, he ends up doing
because he has a real
good
positive
job.
attitude.
Yeah.
You guys can do it.
He's just like over the top positive, and it's funny.
And it's funny.
I think so. Yeah. I really
Sounds gay.
It's one of my favorite shows.
So we heard from Guy Pearce the other day, the actor, talking about Kevin Spacey being handsy on the set of the film. What was the movie?
That's a good question, Galvin. I don't remember the LA Confidential.
LA Confidential, yeah. And Kevin Spacey took to social media.
Listen to me. When's the last time you heard from Kevin Spacey?
It's been a while. Well, whenever he
like last year when he
was
came out
found innocent.
Yeah.
And he said that this ruined his career.
Right.
But Kevin Spacey is put on the blacklist. Like they even made fun of it in Saturday Night Live. Kevin Spacey hasn't been able to work. He's been on the blacklist. He's been looked at as a weirdo and a creep and all that. There's no better way. And I know lawyers will say things differently, and they will tell you there is no better way than doing what Kevin Spacey did yesterday and saying it straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, so here is Kevin Spacey talking about Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce came out and said that on the set of LA Confidential that Spacey got handsy with him and all that stuff.
Made him stay up at night and crying and all that stuff.
Yeah, so
listen to this.
Here's what Kevin Spacey had to say. Go ahead and play it, Carmen.
Guy Pearce, I've now read the comments that you made about me, and while I would have preferred not to have to play this out in the media, you obviously have your own reasons for wanting to do exactly that. But we worked together a long time ago, you know. If I did something then that upset you, you could have reached out to me. We could have had that conversation. But instead, you've decided to speak to the press, who are now, of course, coming after me because they would like to know what my response is to the things that you said. You really want to know what my response is?
Here it comes.
Grow up. Did you also, by the way, tell the press that a year after we shot LA Confidential, you flew to Savannah, Georgia, while I was shooting Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil just to spend time with me?
Oh.
Did you tell the press that too? Or does that not fit into the victim narrative you have going? So anyway, I apologize that I didn't get the message that you don't like spending time with me. I mean, maybe there was another reason, I don't know. But that doesn't make any sense that you would have just been leading me on, right? But here you are now on a mission some 28 years later after I've been through hell and back to do what? Just in time to stop the bad guy? Huh? Is that what's going on here? What took you so long? Did your horse run out of gas?
I love it.
I mean, you want to have a conversation? I'm happy to do so anytime, any place. We can even do it here, live on X if you like. I've got nothing to hide. But Guy, you need to grow up.
Yeah.
You are not a victim.
That is the way to handle it. You went straight at him. You invited him to come on and debate it in front of people live on X. And you pointed out that this is like where all people who lose credibility to me that like claim that sexual abuse. Well, he sexually abused me in 1999. Yeah, but then in 2003 to 2005, you guys were dating. Yes, but he sexually abused me. So you stayed and had a relationship for 2 years with a guy who abused you? Like, that doesn't make sense.
By the way, that's the other thing is, did Kevin Spacey just out Guy Pearce?
Oh, yeah, he did. He 100% did. This guy, Guy Pearce, tried to say that Kevin Spacey was making advances. Well, they weren't advances. They were evidently in some sort of relationship, so much so that the Guy Pearce took some time off and went to go spend time with him in another state. Come on now.
Or were you just leading me on? That's what Kevin Spacey said.
Yeah. At least Kevin Spacey's been able to come out now and kind of talk about it a little bit.
Did you see the video?
Of what?
Of
yeah,
this?
yeah.
He's looking kind of rough.
Well, he's got he's a little fat face.
A little fat, yeah.
Losing his hair.
Yeah.
He's so good, though.
He's a great actor.
Like, it sounds like one of his characters, like
It
one of
does.
his roles when
It
he's
does,
talking.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the way
Did your horse run out of gas?
Yeah.
Because he usually plays like a dick,
Right.
Like a villain.
Yeah.
And he did a lot talking straight to camera in the whatchamacallit, the show, the Netflix show that he was in.
House of Cards.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is the best way to handle something like this. I think it takes all doubt away, and you hear it straight from the horse's mouth. There's no better way to do that.
And I mean, and everything is per its own instance, right? Like every sexual assault charge in person, and
sure,
you know
not
what I mean?
saying that he's not guilty of doing something to somebody else,
Right? But like he said, for this one, like you waited 20 years, and then you came and hung out with me in a different state, and now you're saying that I made, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it made you feel uncomfortable, but you had no problem coming and spending time with me a month later,
right? Like on this one, Kevin Spacey all the way. I'm on his side.
Well, the first one is the kid from Rent. I forgot that kid's name. That kid,
Rep or something.
Rep.
Like that. Yeah.
Michael Rep, is it Mike? Whatever.
Something
But
like
he
that.
invited Kevin Spacey invited him to come over to run lines, and while he was there, he put the moves on him. And I just completely flipped that around. If I was a young actor and a hot older actress invited me over to run lines and put the moves on me, it'd be the greatest thing ever.
And it wasn't like a huge age gap. Like I'm pretty sure the kid was 17.
Right. He
It's
was
not
17
like
and change.
And then Kevin Spacey was like 20.
Yeah.
Again, I get illegal.
Well, he was 20 or maybe 30s.
It says that Anthony Rapp said he was 14 at the time.
Oh,
And Kevin Spacey was 26.
hey.
See, I don't remember that.
I didn't remember that. I thought it was a lot
he was
closer.
17,
Yeah, I thought it was a lot closer in age.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This Google. It says he was Anthony Rapp accused Spacey of sexually assaulting him when he was only 14 years old, and Spacey was 26. He sued
That's
Spacey
wrong.
in federal civil court in 2020. Spacey was found not liable on all counts.
Kevin Spacey also found not guilty on all charges of sexual assault against 4 men between 2001 and 2013. That was back in 2023.
So right, like he's almost over with this whole thing. It's almost behind him. He's finally able to like rest and just live his life, in the shadows. He's never gonna be able to work again. That's been.
I'd never say never.
Yeah, he'll get back out there.
But he's also older and he doesn't need to. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. And
He said he's
needs
broke.
to, yeah.
He said he's broke.
because of these court cases,
Right?
Yeah.
Like the lawyer fees and stuff. That's what put him under.
Right.
Plus,
But I'm saying you need to work if you're broke.
You lose your agent, you lose all your everything, your PR.
He said that he on Piers Morgan Uncensored, he said that he is on the brink of bankruptcy and will lose his Baltimore home after having racked up millions in legal debt.
Yeah, that's a thing. Lawyers will get you.
Yeah.
Oh man,
One good role though, he's right back in it.
yeah, but I mean,
Who does
who's
that?
taking that chance?
Tarantino.
Yeah, I mean, if he's was found not guilty.
I know, but it's just like the
I mean,
Justin
he's-
Tucker where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah,
Woody
I
Allen's
guess.
still making movies that are successful.
And
What
Spacey's-
did he do?
Right. What did Kevin do?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Kevin is being accused of assault,
Kevin actually went through the legal process and
Yeah.
everything and was found not
but not
guilty.
for not for this rap kid.
Yeah, because that was a civil suit, not a criminal suit.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, I don't think he should be shut out. Guys are also extra horny, and I feel like if I was 14 and a 26-year-old hot actress was coming on to me, I'd be like, "This is the greatest day of my life." I just think that kid was just too young to handle it.
Demi Moore is winning all kind of awards right now. Go back and search about her making out with that
Oh.
12-year-old
Yeah.
or whatever he was.
Yeah.
14
That is
or-
weird.
That's really weird. She's
and they're at
so
a club.
She
and
looks like she's so coked up.
Yeah,
yeah, but they're at a club and there's a bunch of drinks on the table. Like,
Yeah.
what was he doing there in the first place?
having the best night of his life.
The kid looks like Worms or Worm or whatever from Revenge of the
Worms.
Nerds. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little skinny nerd, and he gets to make out with
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore
In her like late 20s or
In her
whatever.
prime, yeah. and her coked up Demi Moore.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
You just saw him on Saturday Night Live. Paul Simon is unretiring from touring.
Oh,
Yeah, Paul Simon announced some new tour dates. Does not look like anything in Florida. It kicks off April 4th at the Sanger Theater over in New Orleans, so that's about as close as they're getting to Florida.
I wonder what Garfunkel did to make Simon and Garfunkel hate each other the way they do, because a Simon and Garfunkel, can you imagine that would have been Simon and Garfunkel opening up Saturday Night Live?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
huge.
interesting because I don't know how much they hate each other. I know what happened back then, that Garfunkel was doing some movie stuff, and then he put like their stuff on hold, and then Garfunkel was like, "Well, I want to do stuff, so I'll just do my stuff." And then he became very successful, and I think he was just like, "Yeah, I'm Paul
Garfunkel did?
No, Paul Simon.
Oh, Paul Simon,
was
yeah.
like, I'm not going to wait around for you and stuff. And he did. And then Paul Simon became Paul Simon. And he's like, well, I don't need Garfunkel. Why
Right.
would I split the money when I could take it all?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like reunion concerts and those sort of things. Like who in like Paul Simon played Central Park, and I mean, it would have been so cool to have him come down and do 3 Simon and Garfunkel songs.
Yeah.
It's weird that artists don't put their fans first. I always say my perfect example of that is Kiss. How Kiss couldn't for one night on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame play with the original lineup for the fans of Kiss. They wouldn't do that.
Right.
Like, as loyal as their Kiss army is, and all the stuff that they hawk to their fans, they couldn't put their differences aside for 3 songs and make their fans happy.
Yeah.
It seems to me. And then Paul said, "Have you ever been divorced?" I said, "No, I haven't." He goes, "Well, if you've been through a divorce, you see why." I would still do stuff with my ex-wife for the sake of my kids. You know, Paul Stanley's a bad ex-wife.
Fish announced their summer tour dates as well. Fish going on tour. They kick it off April 18th in Seattle, Washington. Doesn't look like there's any Florida dates for Fish.
I wish I can get into Fish. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I try to listen to them. They got a couple of some of their music's pleasant sounding in the background, but I just can't. I can't do it. I think maybe it's the weed that I don't smoke that makes me. But
Yeah.
same thing with the Dead. I was talking to Bert about the Dead. Bert loves the Dead. I don't love the Dead.
Yeah, it's a lot of those jam bands.
Yeah.
You know, that I'm not a huge fan. I mean, there's great musicians. Trey is a great guitar player,
Yeah.
and all those guys are really good musicians. But yeah, it's just not something I'm into really.
Are Fish fans called like fish heads or something? Isn't there
Fish
some
heads, fish heads, roly-poly fish heads.
Like I feel like
so.
I don't dislike Fish, but I don't like their fans.
Yeah.
I feel like their fans are less aggressive than Grateful Dead fans and way less aggressive than Jimmy Buffett fans.
Yeah, parrot heads.
Yeah, like I know a lot of hot girls who like Fish, which is really weird to me because they don't seem like Fish people.
Yeah. Anytime there's like a collective of fans, I get annoyed by that. for
Like
some
Dave
reason.
Matthews Band.
Yeah.
I hate Dave Matthews
I don't know
fans.
why. I don't have a good reason. That's just how I feel.
I do. Like I hate Dave Matthews fans that call him Dave. Like they know him. We're gonna follow Dave around to.
Yeah.
We're gonna go all the way up to Georgia to see Dave, and then see Dave in North Carolina.
I hate Grateful Dead fans. Just call them the Dead.
Well, I mean that's
Yeah.
kind of their name.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It feels-
Now they're Dead and Company, I think,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that what they go by? Because some of the guys are dead. So John Mayer
They should
goes
just
out with
call
them.
that band literally dead. They're literally dead.
This guy always angry about something because he's almost 80 and he's still punk rock. Johnny Rotten is not happy that the Sex Pistols are touring without him.
Yeah. Who's left?
Steve. Yeah, I don't know. I think
Two guys.
maybe.
Not my Sex Pistols.
Johnny Rotten's not in it, and Sid Vicious is dead.
Right.
So you're looking at
Maybe the original bass player back with him and drummer and stuff, but
yeah, that's pretty awful.
yeah.
That's not the Sex Pistols.
Well, I mean, it's as much Sex Pistols as listen. I'm going to see Foreigner, and there's nobody in there from Foreigner.
That still is amazing. To me.
Yeah, it's great though. They put on a great show.
I know, but
it's
it's
as
just-
close as you're going to get to Foreigner. It's just
Yeah,
same as Jason
yeah.
Bonham. It's as close as I'm going to get to Led Zeppelin. So
Aren't there only like 2 Beach Boys left?
No,
I
there's
think
one.
one, yeah.
Two. You're right. There's two.
Two.
But there's a second one was a replacement Beach Boy. So it's Mike Love.
He's
and
the
then-
only original one left.
He's the only original one. Then they brought a guy in when Dennis left.
They were
and
kinda in their prime still.
But that guy Carl, I think, still
Yeah.
sings with them. But you go see the Beach Boys and you see a bunch of young guys singing, and every once in a while Mike Love goes, "Yeah, boo." Who it's awful.
He just always has a tambourine. He's
Yeah.
just like,
I mean,
Just
he's
give him a
walking
tambourine,
down.
stand over there.
He's a lot like the other guy,
Yeah.
the Frankie Valli.
he seems like such a curmudgeon.
Yo, he is.
Like you're a Beach Boy. How bad could your life be?
Yeah.
I don't think he thinks his life is bad. I think he
Just-
just thinks that he's like that's still a thing to be a Beach Boy.
And like, do you really need to still tour?
By the way, did Frankie Valli, did that already come and pass him over at the Hard Rock?
I
Did
don't
anybody
know.
see?
Oh, I
don't
think
know.
so. Maybe it did. I wanted to go.
Yeah.
You don't want to go.
I do want to
You
go.
don't.
I gotta
saw
see
it. I saw it live.
I have to see it from my own eyes.
But I feel like you're going to try and rescue him and go up on stage and just pull him away. That's so wild. That's such a weird thing. There is a viral thread, finally in news, on social media where people are talking about things people underestimate that are actually very hard to do well, but everybody kind of does them.
Okay.
Driving. People underestimate driving. You see a lot of bad drivers out
There
there.
are a lot of bad drivers.
Defensive driving, maneuvering in traffic, having a feel for how big your vehicle is, or
Yesterday
whether
I
you can-
drove, or the day before I drove down, and there was a guy on his phone, which is fine, be on your phone, but he was leaning into the passenger seat and not looking up behind him, and he was holding up all this traffic behind. I mean, that bothered the people that don't pay attention to the surrounding areas
yeah.
are the ones who bother me the most
in life.
in life.
In life, you're
It's so awful.
You're walking through the parking lot and you're walking where the cars drive. Get over,
Yeah,
it, idiot. Yeah, that
It's
drives
real
me
bad.
crazy. Substitute teaching. This is very difficult to do.
Sure.
I would imagine you're coming
Get
in.
no respect.
Yeah, no respect. Although I saw a comedian that opened for Adrian Appalucci, and he said that he did substitute teaching. He goes, it's super easy. He goes, I have one outfit. He goes, I never have to wear it because you're just there for one day.
Yeah.
And he goes, anything comes up and you're like, let's discuss it tomorrow. Home cooking or creating new recipes. A lot of people do it. Not a lot of people do it well.
Yeah.
Creating new recipes is hard.
Yeah,
Following a recipe is easy.
Following a recipe is easy.
Carmen,
And
I have an idea for you.
What?
Start to make your deodorant
Mhm.
and then add chicken to it.
No.
No, wait.
Yeah. You're already making things at home anyway. Just start
Yes.
combining things.
That is a terrible idea.
Chicken a la armpits.
Yeah. But you can also create new recipes by just taking a recipe and adding something to it.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. I feel like I'm good at making stuff out of nothing. Like if you gave me a bunch of just ingredients, I can make something.
Oh
for
yeah,
dinner.
you'd be on Chopped.
Yeah, like Chopped is a little bit much because they're giving you like pumpkin and sardines, and they're like,
But you're saying
dessert out of
average
it.
fridge. You got you know, some mayonnaise in there. You got some cheese.
Like
some
my new
lettuce.
thing now is to buy a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
Cut off the chicken and put some onions and some mayo and some salt and pepper in there and make a chicken salad. That's my new thing that I like to do.
That's how you made Joe. Something out of nothing.
Look at you now.
Gio.
You're a 5-course meal now, Joe.
Yeah.
Just chicken salad out of chicken. You know. How about this one? You always say that your wife does this very well, making a sandwich.
She's the best sandwich maker ever.
Yeah.
She's the best sandwich maker since Jared from Subway.
Oh, Jesus.
For a while there, she used to make us breakfast sandwiches when we
Yeah.
first started coming here.
Yeah, that was definitely a phase.
That was short lived.
Yeah,
Starting and running a business.
that's hard. That's
So
hard. To
it's
do.
very difficult. I mean, a lot of people, you can do it to be successful. It's very difficult.
My wife is good at that. I'm not good. Without her, I would have nothing together.
Gio, you did this for a little while. Fast food register worker.
Yes.
They say even fast food drive-through, something like that. You realize when you get somebody good that knows what they're doing, and you go through there and you're like, oh, they're good. I've actually complimented people before. There was a guy at Taco Bell that was fantastic. And I was like, you're really good at your job. And he was like, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, like, but just very good. Because a lot of times it's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're like, I'm what?
If you said to me I'm really good at my job at Taco Bell, I would drive straight to the Skyway
Yeah.
and jump off the side.
Well, you know, listen.
I understand your compliment.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to do anything, do it to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, do it to the best of your ability.
That is the best piece of advice that you can give somebody. I remember when I worked for Dial America telemarketing.
Yeah.
I only worked there because you only had to work part-time hours, 25 hours a week or whatever it was, and you could pick Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And it fit in with my radio station schedule and my school schedule. So I went there and didn't do anything. I did the job that they wanted to do. You make these phone calls, you take a break, you make these phone calls, you take a break, you go home. And then during the break, everybody would go outside and smoke. And I didn't smoke, and I would just sit there and read magazines that they had there. And the manager came up to me one day and goes, I noticed that you don't go outside and smoke during the break. Oh, yeah, I don't smoke. Cigarettes are gross. Plus, I don't really want to talk to these people. and he made me a manager.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I did my job to the best. It was a crappy job, but they were paying me, and I wanted to be there, and I just did it to the best of my ability. So they made me a manager.
Yeah.
Always do the best job you can.
When I moved up from the fry station to drive through, I thought that was a big step in my career.
Oh,
I'd
sure.
love to work the drive-through. I'd feel like I'd be performing.
You wouldn't like it.
No?
People are very demanding and very like they get pissed off very easily.
I want to work at the drive-through at Starbucks, not at McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's funny because that ties into this next thing, and I think that I'm very good at this, and it goes with that. Being able to give good instructions, like a new task at work or a project at home or something like that. I'm very good whenever I'm ordering something. I'm very concise in the way that I order it.
Yeah.
And I order it the way that it should be ordered. And I get this, go ahead with your order. And then I do it, and I go, can I get the blah, 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 heavy on the tomatoes or whatever I say. And then they go, wait, what?
Oh.
You want?
Oh,
All right,
it just-
you're not
I just
ready.
went,
Then.
oh.
You're not ready. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I said it very concisely, but you're not ready.
I will tell you,
Like-
I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
Like, especially if I'm trying to tell my wife something, I go to the thing and then go down here and then up that.
A lot of people also, they have the knowledge of what they're telling you, so they assume that you know what they're talking about.
Right.
So they like get the HVAC, and
Right,
do the
right,
zip
right.
zoink, and you're like, what? I don't know what any of those
None
things
of those
are.
things, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm with Galvin. I'm really good, and the best example is Hooters. I want my wings Daytona style,
Yeah.
all flaps, this and that. You know what I mean? Like I can
All
answer
flaps. Who gets that?
all flaps. Yeah, I don't like the drums, but I'm saying like I can tell my order to the waitress without her having to ask me one question.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I take pride in that. That's
Yeah.
good. I think that's good.
Carmen's good at ordering her food. And she takes pride in that.
Yes.
I'm good at ordering my food. I've been complimented on by waiters before. And I'm also good at setting the stuff up on the conveyor belt at the grocery store.
Oh yeah.
I put everything together. I know that this is
Codes,
going to go in the bag.
yeah.
All the codes, this, that. They don't want to put your comment in with your, this. So I put that here, there. Yeah.
Have some dignity.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm really good at ordering food. I just realized that. And I'm proud of that.
I remember I was bagging my own groceries one time, and the lady goes, "You can't put those together." And I go, "Why? You can't put the dishwashing detergent with the eggs? Why? They're both closed.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
I don't
both
care.
closed.
Yeah.
Nope. Can't do it.
If it spills, I'll know.
Right.
Let's see a few of the other things on here. Dancing.
Terrible.
Anybody can
Great
do
dancer.
it. Are you good at it?
No.
I'm a fantastic
Carmen, you're a
dancer.
terrible dancer.
I'm a great dancer.
Joe is a better dancer than you are.
Not true.
100%
Oh,
true.
Not true.
Joe looks like a Muppet.
Joe was dancing on the streets of New Orleans.
I saw it.
rhythm.
I have video.
Yeah.
That's
He
right.
has rhythm. He is his soul.
Yep.
I have
You-
rhythm.
You do
I have
not. You look
soul.
like you're getting electrocuted.
Not true. That
Yeah.
is not true.
Like, is that woman having a seizure? Should we call for medical help?
No.
Yes.
I'm an excellent dancer.
Another thing that anybody can do, not a lot of people are great at it, singing.
Oh, I wish
and
I
not
could sing.
I can't.
I can't either.
That'd be so
But I
cool.
will.
There's like 2 Foreigner songs that I feel like I can sing, but I think if you took the voice away and it was just my voice, it'd be terrible.
Yeah.
But like,
want to know what love
no. I long, long way from home and urgent.
Just
Those
takes
two.
practice.
But if you take the voice out of it, I think I'd be all over the place.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can't sing at all.
Are
but
we
I
doing
have
karaoke in the
no,
cruise?
that just
reminded me.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
I talked to Bobby about possibly doing a duet together.
Oh, all right. And then this last one, I think we're all probably pretty good at this. A lot of people, this is their biggest fear. It is this, and then death is number 2.
Oh, wow.
Public speaking.
Oh, cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine
But a
with that.
lot of people are freaked out by it, man. A lot of people are like, I would do anything other than get up there and talk in front of a crowd.
I got to tell you, I don't like to do it. I can do it, but I don't like to.
I'm
Really?
fine with it.
Like, yeah.
And
what-
the biggest thing about public speaking, and Spanish was doing ring announcing for Master Amir. He
Yeah.
was doing a thing, and I had done some ring announcing and stuff, and he asked me about it, and I go, here's the thing. You're supposed to be there. No one's going, oh my God, what is this guy doing? So you do the voice.
Yeah.
You over enunciate.
Ladies
You do, yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
do the whole thing. If you were having a conversation with somebody and you talked like this, they'd go, you're out of your mind.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But if you do it when you're announcing for fighting and stuff, people are like, yeah, let's
Look
get
at the PA announcers at the games. Like
Exactly,
I would
yeah.
love to be like a third down.
Yeah.
But again, you're supposed to be there. My experiences were when I hosted like club events and the DJs were like, get on the mic. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
no one here wants to hear from me.
You
They
gotta,
don't.
You gotta take it.
Yeah,
You gotta get them.
Look-
it is awkward.
But
Carmen,
I'm just saying,
all you have to do though is you go, hey, this is Carmen from the Mike Calta Show, blah, blah, blah. Let me hear you get loud. And everyone will go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they'll do
Yeah,
it.
I get it, but I'm the person like when I'm at the club, I don't want the DJ like, yeah, get it. Like, shut up. I want to listen to the music. So like,
yelling over my favorite song.
Carmen, how do
exactly.
you think I felt this weekend? They're like, Bobby Kelly, Louis C.K., another guy, and now first this guy.
Yeah.
And I was sick on top of it. But I knew all I had to do was go out there and be like, what's up? How's everybody doing? Boom, 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 Louis C.K., here we go.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was over.
Yeah, super easy. Like I said, I can do it. I'm not a fan of it.
I'm thinking back on it now. I felt so nauseous. I felt like I wanted to be like, welcome to Captain Brian's, and then just throw up on everybody.
Oh,
That's how I felt, just nauseous.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, there you go. That is it for news.
Thank you, Galvin.
Got it.
Is there any worse feeling than feeling nauseous?
no.
Yeah. That's why I don't do drugs.
Getting shot in the face.
It might hurt a little bit more.
Yeah, that's
That's why I don't.
You said worst feeling.
Yeah, no, that was probably stab. Probably
Yeah,
is pretty
stabbed in
pretty
the
bad
eye.
too. Yeah.
Not good.
I just said that constant lingering nausea that doesn't go away. That would drive me insane,
Yeah.
and I couldn't shake it for a couple of days.
And that's why you think about the different laws and stuff. Obviously a lot of stuff has changed, whatever. But you have cancer, but you can't have marijuana. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Okay. Well, I'm dying and I feel awful. Is there any way I can have something that'll help me eat?
Yeah.
Or do something? Yeah, it's crazy.
I wish that marijuana and I had a better relationship. I feel like I could benefit from it, but it just
Same.
never works out for me.
I've only, the edibles every once in a while. I think the last time I had an edible was maybe the last cruise.
Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, I just every once in a while.
The last time I had one was Thanksgiving time, and I have never laughed that hard in my life. I was just dying of making myself laugh, and then my daughter was laughing at me, and it made everything 1,000 times funnier. That was a good one.
I think maybe the some of the hardest I've ever laughed was whenever we did the thing at Safety Harbor Spa where we did the Christmas Carol thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the first times I took an edible and I was drinking. I took an edible and then I had Bloody Marys with Bud Light backs and stuff. And like people were coming up and talking to us. I remember Aaron Miller just got the new iPhone, and I go, "Congratulations!" And I thought that was the funniest. I go, "Oh, congratulations!" And he started laughing, and he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
My wife asked me to shut the light, and I went like this and blinked my head like Genie, and thought that was so funny. And my daughter couldn't understand why I would do that. So and it's dumb. You talk about it now, and you're like, "It's not even funny," but it was at the time. It was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, drugs.
No, anytime I can make my kids laugh, I feel like a funniest person on the planet.
Yeah.
Because they're judgmental and they don't laugh at anything.
Yeah.
I told my son the other day, I literally went into his room to tell him something. I go, I just came up with the greatest 80s comedy stand-up bit, whatever. I was telling my dog, I go, you're getting a little riled up. You need to calm down a little bit. And I thought about it, and I go, nobody ever says riled down. Nobody, it's
you
always
only get
riled
riled
up.
up.
Yeah, it's only riled up. And so I started telling my dog, I go, rile it down. Rile it down. It's just like you say, riddled with cancer.
Yeah.
I never riddled with,
No.
healthiness.
Nothing else.
Healthiness.
No. Yeah. Riddled with strong bones.
Yeah.
Never happens.
Nope.
You're riddled with cancer,
Yeah.
and it's over. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Galvin's got a brand new open letter.
I do.
Play some commercials for you. Get right through that, and then we'll come back and we'll do the new open letter, and then we got some stuff to give away in the 9 o'clock hour. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Let's go to JD. Good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, JD?
Mike, how you doing?
Good. What's happening?
Hey, I got a scoop for you guys. This is huge.
I love a scoop.
Yeah, I mean it's big. 51% of the country is going to just be outraged. So the other day on President's Day, a buddy of mine texted me and said, "Happy George Washington birthday."
Right.
So I pressed the little voice recognition, text thing instead of typing, and I just said the word racist. And all of a sudden, Trump's name popped up in the box, and then immediately reverted to the word racist. And I looked at it, I'm like, what? What was that? So I texted that to my buddies. Hey, man, just guess what just happened? And so they tried it on their iPhones, and same thing happened to their phones.
All right.
So evidently, whoever is programming, the
You're saying
voice
if I say
recognition
Trump
detect-
into my
No,
voice
if you
to
say
text,
racist.
I mean, if I say racist
Yeah.
into my voice text, it's going to change it to Trump.
So this is how it works. Well, just like what you said, but it'll only do it one time, and you got to really be paying attention to the box because it's just subliminal. It just boom, it says Trump, and then it immediately changes back to the word that you said out loud.
I don't believe it's going to do that, but I'm going to try it right now. Okay. I'm going to put you on
Well,
hold.
I'm asking you to ask your listeners to try it, and they can verify because it doesn't
No,
work.
I'm
on
going to try it.
everybody's
I don't
phone.
We'll do it right now.
I got it handled. You ever see that show Mythbusters? We're going to bust this myth right now.
All of his friends, they work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Hold on, please.
That's the listeners.
Oh, hold
Yeah,
on.
hold on.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Racist. It does.
Really?
No.
I swear to God. Look at me. I swear to God. It does. I swear to God it
All
does.
right.
Now,
Wow.
Mike, you do it, but someone videotape.
All right,
The
hold on. Let me get over.
Right.
Oh, by the way, look.
I'll
mine-
just screen record on my
Mine
thing.
stayed there.
All right.
Mine actually stayed there.
This
Oh,
is
no,
crazy.
it switched. Damn it. But it really was. All right, hold on. I'm going to video you doing it.
All right, you ready?
Let
Hit
me
this thing?
invite- Yep.
All right. Racist. Oh, I had it on the wrong thing. Racist. Mine did not do it.
Mine did. I swear to God, mine
Well, I believe you.
Gio?
Racist. No. I guess-
Racist.
Maybe but now because our phones are listening, they've heard Galvin do it, so your phone's
Racist.
Trump.
changed.
Maybe I'm not racist.
Racist. I think he got you subliminally.
Yeah.
No. What are you hitting whenever you're doing it?
The
Hit that.
yeah.
You're hitting that?
Yeah.
Do it.
Racist.
Wow.
Mm.
I did it.
You have a racist phone.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, hold on.
I got one of those DEI
JD?
phones.
Yeah. So
One out of three.
What's going on?
All right.
Right. So this is what's going on. You only get one shot at it. I think even if Galvin tried it again, it probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, I did try
I
it
can
again.
send
and
you
it
a
didn't
video.
work, but it did. It did
Yeah,
it the first time.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
I have
crazy.
a video. I have a video of it, like
I-
you guys are just trying to
I
do.
believe you.
I
I believe
can
you.
email you on
No,
a back
no.
channel.
Unnecessary. I believe you.
But this is a big deal.
I
Can
know.
you imagine that can you imagine if you uttered the word, let's say some black guys are, talking to each other and one of them says, hey, N-word. And all of a sudden Obama's name pops up for a second and then it says the N-word. That's the equivalent. Anyway, that's my analogy of an equivalent. But this is outrageous.
I'm going to try it on my.
It needs to go viral.
I'm going to try it on my wife's phone because she's inside, so she wasn't privy to
Yeah.
this
And also a
experiment.
racist.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So-
I'm
I didn't
kidding.
try it yet.
And this is only on, I believe, only on iPhones. And again, the people that are listening can call you and tell you if it's working for them. You press the voice thing, just say
The microphone,
racist, and
yeah.
you got to pay attention.
It worked for Galvin.
Just like
Galvin
Galvin
did
did.
it right there,
Yeah.
and then Gio and I did not work for it, but it worked for Galvin.
Joe,
I think
you
it's-
say a lot of
depends
racist things. Try it.
It depends what version iPhone you might have as well.
I have
newer ones
I have the
seem to
most
be-
up to date newest iPhone with the
Okay, I have an 11 Pro.
Oh, an
So
11.
whatever that's worth.
11.
Yeah, my old school.
Five behind. Sir.
That's why your phone's racist.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, no.
You got your phone. You got your phone back when they had slaves. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will continue to experiment with this during the day as I come into contact with new iPhones.
Yes, and please somebody call in if it's happening for theirs, just to verify. For me,
I'm
Galvin,
sure
don't
the
think we're
phone
crazy.
lines are lighting up right now. I'm sure people are trying it at home. Had Galvin not done it, I would not believe you, sir. But Galvin just did it right here, and it worked.
I did not believe you. I thought you were making some stupid joke you were trying to do, but then I did it, and it actually did it.
That's insane.
That's wild.
And I have a video, so if you want me to send you a video,
Stop trying to send me the video.
He really
I know
wants
what's
the
going to happen.
number.
I'm going to open it. It's going to be your wiener. I don't want to see it. It's going to be that
No,
fat black
no.
guy sitting at the edge of the bed. Thank you, sir. Thank you, JD. I'll go through these phone calls and see. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta?
Nope.
No.
No, we're in the middle of science right now. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning. I tried it on my iPhone, and it said Trump, and then went to racist.
See, I would not believe you had you not done that, Galvin.
Yeah.
Because Galvin's not going to lie.
No, I'm 100% not lying.
All right, thank
I'm
you.
not going to lie either,
No,
Mike.
I believe you too, sir. I believe you
All
too.
our listeners are liars.
No,
I don't know
no.
about this guy.
All right, thank you. Let me see. They're all Mike Calta Show, hello.
What's up, Mike? It's the Meat Man.
What's up, meat man?
Bruh, it worked. It said Trump on my phone.
You too, huh?
Yeah, it surprised me. I thought it was it clearly Trump for like half a second and then went to racist.
Really?
Yeah.
Meat Man wouldn't lie, Michael.
By the way, Joe has not
Thank you,
tried
Meat
it
Man.
yet,
Thanks,
so
thanks, Katie.
I want to video
Thank
Joe
you.
doing it.
Well,
All right, let's try
also
it.
hit screen record on your phone. It'll record it.
You're
Yeah,
asking
but-
him to do
yeah,
video?
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
Like I hit
But-
screen record.
That doesn't count.
Carmen, you
got-
try it?
I don't want to get put on a list.
Yeah.
What list are you going to be put
You
on?
guys are on a list now.
Carmen, you got a
But-
black boyfriend. You're safer than any of us.
Tim Cook was at the inauguration. He was on
Tim Apple.
Or yeah.
Tim Apple.
No, Tim Cook.
Yeah, I know, but Trump calls him Tim Apple
yeah,
on the
yeah.
side of life. All right, hold on.
Did it do it? I don't even think it did it.
He don't know.
Oh,
Joe,
Jesus.
Joe, well, look on your video. Joe's face lit up like he did it, and then Joe goes, "Did it happen?
But I couldn't see it because he's doing
Do you see that on the video? Did it happen on the video?"
Oh, you're the worst.
No, he was moving.
Of course he couldn't do it.
Hold on.
I knew he'd blow it.
Yours said it said rough and then racist.
Oh, it just said.
It said rough and then went to racist for
He
Joe.
is rough.
Let me try again.
What if the guy that first called up's like, bet his friend, he's like, dude, I bet I can get them to say racist like 10 times on the radio. He's like, dude, they'll never do it.
Racist. Hold on. Can you come here with your phone? I'm trying to get my wife to come in here. Carmen, try it.
By the way, Tony just sent us a video from X that the guy doesn't videos it, and it says Trump and then goes to racist.
I don't believe anybody else's videos. The only one I believe right now is you, Galvin, because videos are so easily manipulated and changed. And
I wish I
and
would
all
have videoed
that.
it.
Yeah, but who would have thought it was going to work at the time? Come on now.
I want to try again.
Do it.
Like I said, like that guy said, once you do it once, it's.
I know, but I just.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna I'm gonna try and video it.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, mine was super weird. I did mine, and mine just kept repeating Mo.
Racist.
No.
No, he's
Mo.
Mo's horrible, dude.
Hilarious.
I don't get
it. Mo's a racist.
Mo's racist.
Oh, Mo. I thought he said no.
Well,
All right.
He's an idiot.
What a hilarious.
Hold on,
joke.
you got to do this, Amanda. Oh, open your phone. Galvin's going to record your phone. So
I'm gonna stand over you, so try and keep your phone where I can see it. Go like you're gonna text somebody.
And this is Mike's wife,
Yes.
who has not done it or been in the room since we've been doing it.
should know.
Carmen thinks the phones are listening.
They 100% they are.
Didn't do it.
No, most of them, like mine's doing it. It says
What?
you racist, and then it just goes to racist. Mine said Trump, and then went back to racist.
And somebody called and gave us a heads up on that.
What if
and we
it's just-
tried it, and Galvin's phone did it.
What if it's just subliminally you saw that?
No. It wasn't
Like,
subliminal.
remember that was the green dress, blue dress, or whatever?
Yeah,
No.
but that was what you think you hear.
No.
The same thing. Like you think you see it.
No, I saw it.
I don't know. Let me see what these
That's
people are
1 for
saying.
5.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Yeah, it's me, Medicine Man
I'm
again.
calling. We're in the middle of science right now. Mike Calta Show. Good morning. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the key is when you open your text, if you hit the voice to text immediately, it won't show it. You have to open the keyboard up and hit the microphone at the bottom there. Because I screen recorded it, it did it. It didn't do it when I hit the microphone just on the text message, but if I opened up the keyboard and hit it, it worked.
Yeah, that's what I did. I hit the microphone on the keyboard and it doesn't work. Let me try.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try the other one. All right, thank you, sir. Hold on, let me try the other one. So because there's a microphone at the bottom.
Right. That's the one that I used.
Racist. Nope. Change it to Reginald. Racist. No, didn't work. Galvin, if yours didn't work, I wouldn't believe this.
Yeah.
Somebody better call Tim Apple. and let
Sorry,
him
I
know
just
what's
sent the
happening.
gang racist.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. And see now you're on the list, Carmen.
we're all on the list.
I undid it. I undid it. It's
I'm-
gone.
I'm
Trump.
leaving the group.
But like, why? What
Damn,
is?
I should have recorded.
Why? Because somebody at Apple's got some
Right.
itchy fingers.
Yeah. That's wild.
That is pretty weird. The JD was dying to send us the video of him doing it.
Yeah.
But again, like he said-
100% did not believe him. I thought he was
Yeah.
making some stupid joke and stuff until I did it. And mine said Trump.
And like he pointed out, if this went a different way, or somebody else or another president, if they would have done this to Biden, it would have been the world was ending. You know what I
If you would've
mean?
said Obama and a different word came up.
That's what that guy was saying. That's what like it's. But because it's Trump and he's controversial, it's who cares?
Right.
Nobody cares.
Like we're not going to hear. I guarantee we're not going to hear about
What, you're
this.
gonna get rid of
it's
your
already
iPhone?
it's already out there. I mean, people are saying it. It's on. There's video of it on social media already. People,
But has Fox, has CNN, has anyone reported on this? I'm saying it's not going to make mainstream.
listen, that's what we're here for, Carmen. We're here to break the mainstream news.
Yeah,
Something like that.
I don't believe it. I still don't believe it.
I believe it.
Interesting.
Galvin's not a liar.
If you put it into Google, like if you Google that, it comes up with a bunch of videos of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's exactly what mine did. I said racist and it came up Trump and then I went to racist.
I wonder though if have you ever texted because the iPhone it learns what you text and
I've never
things that are
texted
common
Trump's a
saying.
racist.
If somebody texted that to you at some point,
I
you
used
put
to-
it into your phone.
I used to put in whenever I typed in Jeter, it would change it to Swinger. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but those are just learning the history of
Like the
what
phone
you've done.
learns. So
Yeah.
maybe I don't know.
maybe
If somebody texts you like, "Oh, Trump's not a racist,"
yeah,
or
but
whatever.
Galvin's not over there having discussions about Trump being a racist on his phone.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's very interesting.
That's wild.
I mean, that seems to me that's one of those things like the guys who do Disney animation, they sneak all things in
Right,
there.
right.
That's all
Right.
it seems like to me. But it definitely should be pointed out. Weird. I'm glad it worked for you, Galvin, because
Yeah.
we would have just dismissed it. We would have been
Right,
like,
totally.
fake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He's got a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to other things we should rename. Dear other things we should rename. Seriously? So unless you just got here, you probably know that President Trump has renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. And I was thinking there are plenty of other things we can rename.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Atlantic Ocean could now be the America Ocean. And then we can name the Pacific Ocean the America. Okay, that's not going to work. That might be a problem. But we could definitely rename the Red Sea to the Red, White, and Blue Sea.
Oh.
That works. People rename stuff all the time. I adopted my dog, and her name was Luna, which is a very basic and common name for a dog. So I renamed her Gypsy, which I think fits her much better. And if she doesn't like it, she hasn't said a word to me about it. Women change their name all the time. Most women take their husband's last name. And I say most because you have normal women, and then you have these disrespectful bitches that want to keep their own name or hyphen their name with their new husband's last name. Nobody thinks Jocelyn Wilkes Booth is a good idea, lady. And of course, it's 2025, and there's a lot of people changing their name. Bill becomes Belinda. Christopher is now Christina. Linda is now Larry. Of course, some of those people are changing more than just their name. Snip, 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 chop, 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 if you know what I'm talking about. If your school or park or whatever was named after a founding father or Southern general, it's probably something else now. Like Robert E. Lee High School is now Frederick Douglass High School. And Stonewall Jackson Park is now O Park Winfrey. Or my personal favorite, Park Obama. Sting changed his name. Believe it or not, his parents did not name that kid Sting. He was born Gordon Sumner. Sting fits better. Zach Galifianakis, not his real name.
What?
It's actually Bill Galifianakis. I'm kidding. That's a joke. P. Diddy changed his name after he was already famous. Remember, he was Puff Daddy. Yep. Then he was Sean Combs. Now we know him as inmate 1293478. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, formerly known as the Cowhead Show, and this has been an open letter to other things we should rename.
What's the park? The Oprah Park? Winfrey?
O Park Winfrey.
O Park Winfrey.
Yeah.
Like
Park
that.
Obama.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe that you guys are comparing calling Obama the N-word to calling Trump or racist.
Not you guys. Carmen said that.
I did not say that.
No.
That's what the caller said, and I was saying
Yeah,
that.
but you guys repeated it like.
Hold on a second. So what are you so amazed by? The idea was, what if you said one thing and something else came up? I don't understand.
Yeah, but the comparison is not fair.
The comparison is dead on. If you
I think you're closer to Trump being racist than Obama being an N-word.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Based on things that he's done, things that he's said.
All right. You're being ridiculous. You're comparing apples and oranges. It doesn't even make sense. And how do you judge how close someone is to being an N-word, sir?
Yeah.
It's moronic.
You guys brought it up. You tell me.
No, you brought it up. A caller brought it up, and then you repeated it. A caller brought it up, and then you repeated it. No.
You guys repeated it too.
A caller brought it up, and he said what he was trying.
And you guys repeated
if you
it.
Shut your goddamn mouth for a second. I'll explain it to you. What the caller said was, if there was some sort of thing where you said Trump and it brought up racist, and there was some sort of disparaging thing for Obama, like if somebody was to say the N-word and it said Obama, people would be outraged by that, is what he was saying. And I don't understand why you can't get the correlation between that.
Because Trump has done things that alludes to the fact that you might consider him a racist.
But you might consider him a racist. I don't consider him a racist.
Do you think anybody that was killed in the drone strikes by Obama may have called him that word?
I don't know.
See you later. You're an idiot. You don't make any sense at all. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's a guy who just wanted to hear himself.
Yeah, that's a guy who is mad at everything.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Nope. Lower your radios. All right. On that note, we're going to take a break. If you want to get through and you got a normal thing to say, 800-771-1025. I have a list that I would like to go over.
Where'd you call Obama?
No, I don't.
Top 10 favorite races.
I don't want to be on that list.
They are names, Galvin.
Things we can say into our phone.
Oh, no.
They are names.
Okay.
Don't look them up during the break.
I won't.
Names of Elon Musk's 13 children.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We'll talk about that when we come back.
All right.
It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Seriously, the chair that I sit in my living room is gray, and it's getting kind of gross. And my wife, I said, I think we might be beyond zero res. We just need new chairs.
What
She
do
goes,
you-
no, zero res comes out there.
Yeah, what's going on
What
the
are
chair?
you doing in your chair?
And
I don't
also, why would you get white furniture? That is.
You know why? Because of stupid interior decorators.
It's the aesthetic.
Yeah. What is it?
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
What'd I say?
For a second, it sounded like you said aesthetic.
Yeah. Fuck.
Aesthetic.
It looks nice, and then you get close to it, and it looks damaged. Looks like old man skin.
You should just get gray. And that way it turns gray. It's already gray.
That's what I'm saying. I like the gray.
And
I
stop
like the gray.
pouring soy sauce on your stuff.
I got up and a little piece of soy sauce fell between my legs, and it made like a little thin line. Like
Was it like on a piece of rice and it fell? Like
It was in a cup,
oh,
and it little
So
splashed
drip,
out the
yeah.
side, and it went right in the dead center, and it looks like it's between my legs, like where a skid mark would be.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
So now it
sitting on
looks
there
like
naked.
Okay.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Elon Musk has how many kids?
15.
13.
14 that we know of.
13.
No.
The newest kid is the 13th.
Oh,
kid.
okay.
How many different women?
3.
6.
5.
4.
9.
4
Four?
is the answer.
Okay.
Justine Wilson, who is his wife, at one point he has Griffin Musk, Vivian Musk, Damian Musk, Saxon Musk, and Kai Musk. Oh, wait, and Nevada Musk. Of which, out of all the Musks, there's only pictures of 4 of them there. Then he has Grimes, singer that he had the baby with.
Yeah.
How many babies with Grimes?
2.
3.
3.
Mm.
This is where it all goes wrong. I don't even know how to say this kid's name. XAEA-XII
Right.
is that kid's name.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next kid is Exa Dark Citadel. Then the next kid is Technomechanicus. That's fantastic.
Technomechanicus.
Technomechanicus.
And you want to be in charge of my budget.
Remember when we thought Michael Jackson was weird because he called the kid Blanket?
Yeah.
We had Technomechanicus.
Then there's Siobhan Zillis, who he is a woman that worked with him at one of his companies.
Like the
Siobhan
office.
Zillis, I think, fought Mothra, right?
No.
No?
Siobhan Zillis is a
Yeah.
human being.
Oh, okay.
A girl. I would say that they go in order of hotness. Justine Wilson, okay looking. Grimes, okay looking. Siobhan Zillis, a little bit better looking.
Well, the office intern you're banging,
Not an intern.
Oh.
Somebody high up. Like
Oh, really?
a high-ranking official, yeah. Siobhan Zillis, they have 3 children. Azure, Strider, and one unnamed child. The child has no name. It's unnamed.
Are they going to let the kid name itself when it turns a certain age?
Maybe.
It's like Voldemort.
And then the newest baby came from Ashley St. Clair, who is pretty hot.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
And they call that secret love child. It does not have a name.
Yeah, I guess so far she's the only one saying that
it's his.
It's his kid.
I mean, I would score one of his kids. I'd let Amanda have one of his kids.
Oh yeah,
We'd be rich for life.
I mean, not even rich, just generation, just wealth.
Yeah, we'd have access to all that cash.
That's beyond rich.
Griffin, Vivian, Damien, Saxon, Kai, and Nevada. And then XAEA-XII. And then Exadark. What does that even mean? Exadark Citadel.
Is that why he named it Twitter X after the kids?
Do we think that Charlie XCX is maybe one of his kids?
Yeah, it's quite possible.
What about
Malcolm X?
Extentacion, the rapper?
Oh, yeah. Malcolm
dead.
X could be.
So what's interesting is all the kids with Justine are Griffin, Vivian, Damien, Saxon, Oh, and then Kai in Nevada.
Do we know which kid was in the Oval Office the other day?
That is
X.
XAEA-XII. They just call that kid X.
Yeah, I think there was a car of that back in the old days, XR4TI.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Exodark Citadel, but my favorite, no picture, Techno Mechanicus.
That is good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Techno Mechanicus Musk.
Techno Mechanicus. Is it so? Its name is Techno. Middle name Mechanicus or Techno?
Yes.
Okay.
Techno Mechanicus Musk. And then the three that he had with Siobhan are Azure and Strider, and then the unnamed one.
It'd be great if in the mix of that there was like Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mechanicus and Steve.
How come no extra Elons, you think?
Oh,
He didn't
yeah.
name any of those kids Elon.
No Elon Jr.
No.
Techno Mechanicus.
So he's rumored to have 13 kids with 4 different women. That'd be me.
Techno
I had all that money.
Mechanicus, get your brother Brian and come over here.
Why do you yell at that kid? Techno Mechanicus, get in here right now.
You call him TM.
Exit Dark Citadel, get in here.
Maybe TM Pal is Techno Mechanicus.
That might be true.
We don't
That
know.
might be true.
We figured it out.
That's quite possible.
800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. If you could, like, I think about these things sometimes now. If I could get married now and have a bachelorette or a groomsman and bachelorettes, who I would pick to be in that now. It's ever changing.
Yeah.
But I have to pick it in my head. It's only fun if there's no repercussions. Like if nobody's feelings get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Like I'd pick who my top 5 would be, or would it be 10, or would it be 7, or how many, And then I pick, because my wife really she doesn't have a lot of friends. Like I don't even know now if we got married who would be in her wedding group, who would be in that party. And I would just match whatever she had. But I think about that, and I also think that if I got to name my children whatever I wanted, what I would name the kids.
I know you've said many times Darth Calta.
Yeah.
Which still, if Joey's name was Darth, I think it would be so appropriate. It would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because it works if he's famous.
It works if he's cool. It helps to make him
more
cool.
if he's famous.
Well, if he becomes famous and he has my whole point was to name him Darth Calta and have him be a defenseman for the Tampa Bay Lightning who just fights. And like Jake, Pete's son, would be in the NHL, and Joey would go to whatever team he got drafted to. He would also make them take Joey, and Joey would be the defender. So if you went after Jake, Joey would go out and beat you up.
Right.
So so Jake gets hit, they call a penalty, and then all of a sudden you hear dun, 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 and here comes Darth Calta on the ice.
Yeah.
How great would that be?
It looks good on paper.
It looks good in an arena.
But like if your accountant is named Darth, I don't think you're as excited.
I think I would be excited.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. If I went
Do you
to
know
Dr.
your accountant's first name?
I do.
Yes.
You know the last name?
Yes.
Usually. I'm
I
just
know
saying
both
for
names.
like, right. But for the most part, you call them by their last name.
No,
right?
I call him Rob.
Yeah. If he
Who
was
calls your accountant by their last
Yeah.
name?
I don't like a bit. It's like a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Like a business person. You call them
You
by
call
their
a doctor
Mr.
Dr. Calta.
Right. You call them by their last name. You're not going to call them, hey, Dr. Darth.
You don't say, hey, accountant DeMarco.
Yeah.
You say, hey, Mr. DeMarco.
He's not a count.
Yeah.
You say, hey,
I didn't
Rob.
say that.
Count DeMarco.
Oh, she's not on a first name basis.
Count the
Yeah.
money.
I don't go in to get my taxes done anyway. I do all
got it,
mine
Joe.
online.
I got it,
Oh,
Joe.
that's why.
It was good.
Yeah, it was
you guys
not-
missed Joe's.
What'd you say?
Joe said, count the money.
Oh,
That's not
I would
good.
I would hire that accountant.
yeah. Count the money would be great. If your name is the money, you have to be an accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go to Dr. Technomechanicus.
I would go to Dr. Darth Calta in a heartbeat. Don't you think? I mean, what
Oh, he's going to turn you to the dark side.
Yeah.
what would be a bad job to have if your name was Darth?
You know how many dumb Star Wars jokes he would get forced to all the time? Like the Darth
Forced.
Vader? Forced.
And then on top of that, what if he grew up and did not like Star Wars?
Yeah, he would hate the fact you named him Darth.
I don't think so. If I named him Jack Sparrow, that would be different. That would be something. But Darth is just a unique name. Nobody's named Darth.
In school, the kids are not going to think that's cool.
You don't think the kids in school would think that was cool?
A lot of kids. Star Wars was for nerds.
No, it was. Star Wars transcended
And it's
time and
old.
people.
Maybe now, but at the time, like when I first started liking Star Wars, it's because I was a dork.
I was always cool, and I like Star Wars.
Yeah. You wouldn't name your kid Bonzo?
No. I thought about naming my dog Bonzo,
Uh-huh.
but not my kid. No.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Bonzo's a little.
So, like, your dad named you after the 1970s movie Darth Vader. I get it. It's not cool for kids.
I think it is.
Where's your cape, Darth?
Yeah, I mean,
It depends on how old your kid is.
I wanted, if I was going to have another kid, and my wife and I talked about it back then, whatever, if we had a boy, I wanted to name him Finnegan. I thought Finnegan was cool, good Irish name, but that's a name that you've heard before, but it's not a super common name.
People
You call him Finn.
Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me because I'm not Irish, so it's foreign to me. That's like Darth. It's a new name.
I threw Luke out there for my first son because of Luke Skywalker.
I was gonna say, are you a space invader? Like, what gives you the right to name your son Darth?
Darth is just a cool name. Like, but here's the other thing:
the hockey scenario, it works.
Techno Mechanicus doesn't know that his name is Techno Mechanicus. He just thinks that's his name.
Right.
He's been called it since he was born. He doesn't think it's weird. Joey's like, my name is Darth. That's just it.
But also, I guarantee a lot of people would accidentally call him Garth.
Yeah.
Or Dark. I used to think Darth Vader was Dark Vader for the first couple of years the movie came out.
Yeah.
Darth Vader is a great name, and Darth Calta would have been a better name. I'm just saying. And if I got to redo it over again, I would have done it.
Wife shut you down.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore. She actually said these things to me, like she did, like when I wanted to have midgets at the wedding. She said, "This is not a joke. This is our child's name."
I'm texting my wife because I want to know what the name. She said something. It was like Draven or something like that, and I was like,
"That's
stop
from The Crow."
No, maybe it wasn't that then.
Oh.
I'll find out what it was. It was something like a dragon or something.
I feel like your wife would let me name my son Darth.
100%.
Yeah. See, and your wife would have loved if we had midgets at the wedding.
Probably not.
Oh,
but was it Dracarys?
Dracarys.
Yeah,
that was one of the dragons.
Dracarys Noaris.
Yeah.
From where, Carmen?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dracarys.
Yeah, that was the big one, right?
Yeah.
I will tell you, I didn't.
Or that was the command. Was that a dragon? I think that was the command.
Maybe, yeah. It was one of them.
I did not think that I would like the dragons until I finally saw them at the end of the show when the dragon came and just set everything on fire. I was like, all right, that's actually pretty good.
The new show, House of Dragon, fantastic.
I want to watch it. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta, Medicine Man.
Let me ask you a question. When I say stop calling, what point do you stop calling?
Oh, you know me, I'm a Gemini. I always call twice.
This is your third time.
You never hung up on them.
No, but actually, I was on hold the last time. And,
all right, what do you want? You're here now. What can I do?
By the way, I'm sick from eating chicken wings.
Oh, is that what it is now? Chicken
from,
wings?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
You're always sick or something.
All right, well, we've established it.
My friend got sick too from eating those damn things too, but it was a bad restaurant, a bad experience we had.
All right, I got to go, though. Bye. Mike Calta Show, low.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, this is Vinny.
What's up,
What
Vinny?
about Michael Bolton? Let's go Office Space.
From Office Space. That was great. The guy's name was Michael Bolton. It was hilarious. Yeah, but you know, that's because it's Michael Bolton. If I would have named you Freddie Mercury, you might like it. Thank you, Vinny. Michael, but nobody wants to be named Michael Bolton. Michael Bolton doesn't even want to be named Michael Bolton.
Why should I change my name? He's the one that sucks.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I just want to drop a little nerd knowledge on you guys.
Please.
Darth is a type. It's not a name.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because Darth Maul. It's any
we know
of the,
that.
Yeah, but it's
Sith.
like calling somebody Colonel.
Yeah, or Sarge or something. But I've seen people that like name their dog Sheriff, stuff like that. But it's not really a name. It's a title.
We know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, rock, man. Have a good day.
I have a friend named Marshall who has a son named Deputy.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird.
And
Marshall's
another
cool.
son named Justice.
Well, Big Justice.
No,
bring the boom.
No. This guy's not bringing any booms. Marshall is a cool name.
Yes.
And to name your Marshall, your name is Kid Deputy. I think that's great.
His name's Deputy?
Yeah.
You got to explain it. You got to explain that.
My dad's Marshall.
Yeah.
I'm the deputy.
That's horrible.
But what about Justice? You got now. Big Justice has ruined that.
But also just Justice. I think you're a stripper. Like what's going on? Your name is Justice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a little odd.
I like it. I like it all in the law enforcement kind of genre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jenny wanted to name if we had a son, Dragon.
Dragon.
Dregen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dragging these nuts across. The
Oh, yep. See,
exactly.
That's what you got to do. You got to run. You got to run all the scenarios.
As we pay.
As we pay. As we pay. As we pay is 100%. You know what that is?
Yes.
As we pay is from Saturday Night Live. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
As we pay is funny. I have some stuff to give away. I'm going to take a break because I don't want to have to play 20 minutes of commercials at the end of the show, and I'm going to come back and we're going to play a game. We're going to give some stuff away. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
Can we play a little Google Feud or something we haven't played in some time?
Yeah, we'll
All right.
figure something out.
We'll have a new game when we come back. Carmen, is that good with you?
Yes, good.
All right, thank you. It's 9:26. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, I know we have a lot of stuff left over to give away,
Yes, we do.
and we have time to do that right now. Let's do a little Google Feud. Here we go.
What will the all-knowing Google box say? Well, if you can guess one of the top 3 answers, you'll win. It's time to play Google Feud, only on the Mike Calta Show.
All right, Galvin, let's play a little Google Feud.
Do you remember how this goes?
I don't know.
All right.
Do I get a contestant first?
No. I'm gonna give you guys a sentence that I put into Google. It's kind of a question, but it doesn't have the rest of the question in there. And then you guys try and finish it how you think Google will finish it. We'll go around the room. Then we pick somebody on the line there. They can come up with their own answer or pick one of yours. Got to get in the top 3 to be a winner. So we'll start it with this. The first Google Feud is, which city has the most?
Which city has the most? Okay.
Yes. Mike Calta, which city has the most?
Super Bowl wins.
Super Bowl wins. Gio?
I'm going to go truck.
Which city
Wait,
has the
wrong
most
game.
truck.
No.
I drive truck.
People.
Which city has the most people? All right. Carmen, what do you think? Which city has the most
Rats.
rats?
Ooh.
All right. Let's go to the phone lines.
Let's go to line 1. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What is your name, Pumpkin?
Hi, it's Randy.
All right, Randy. What do we got for Randy?
All right, Randy. Did you hear the answers there?
I did.
Okay. So do you want to go with one of your own? For which city has the most? You can go with your own, or you can go Super Bowl wins, people, or rats.
I'm gonna go with homeless people.
Homeless people.
Oh,
All right.
All right. Well,
All right. Got to get in the
Yeah.
top 3 to win. Number 3 for Google Feud. Which city has the most skyscrapers?
Oh, okay. That's logical.
Number 2, which city has the most homeless people?
Hey!
Yes. And number 1, which city has the most millionaires in the U.S.?
Well,
So,
congratulations. Right out of the gate, we got a winner. Good job.
All right, thanks.
All
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, how old of a woman are you going to be?
I'll be 38 tomorrow.
38. That's still so young. Do you feel old?
Oh, not yet. I still feel good. 28.
I will tell you, 40 is not old. 40, everybody is worried about. Then you turn 40 and you're like, that's not old. Then you turn 50 and you're like, yeah, 40 wasn't old at all. 50, that's old.
Nah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Can't wait.
Gio, that's how it works. You tell people it's your birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
See that?
Hold on, Pumpkin. Carmen will grab you during the break, okay?
Okay, thank
All
you
right,
so
good
much.
job. Thank you. All right, let's do another round.
All right, here we go. Your next round is where can I buy what? Mike Calta, where can I buy? First thing that pops in your head, where can I buy
Weed.
Weed. Gio, where can I buy
A Tesla.
a Tesla?
How is that also popped into my head?
Really?
Carmen, where can I buy
Drugs.
drugs? I think that goes with
Yeah,
weed.
yeah.
Okay.
Get your own.
Fine. Where can I buy a baby?
A baby. All right. Let's go to the phone lines.
I would buy a baby if I could. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, it's Patrick.
All right, Patrick. Here we go.
All right, Patrick. The question is, where can I buy? So far, the answers are weed, a Tesla, and a baby. Do you want to go with one of those, or come up with one of your own?
Yeah, I'll go with the Tesla.
Where can I
Tesla.
buy a Tesla? All right. Gotta
Why
get-
is that what popped into my head too? I mean, you know where to buy it. You buy it at the Tesla store.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know
interesting.
where that's at, though.
Yeah. I think they have one in the mall, right? Don't they?
Yeah, they got one in International Mall.
I see a lot of Cybertrucks lately.
All right, here we go. Yeah, by the way, my lawn guy has a Cybertruck, and I said, I might be paying you too much. Got to get in the top 3 to win here. Where can I buy XRP.
Oh, the Ripple.
Where can I buy Essentials hoodie?
Yeah.
Number 1 for Google Feud. Where can I buy an Easy Pass?
Oh, stink. Sorry, you did not win on that one.
My other guess was going to be Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Well,
People love the XRP.
all right, you guys want to do another round?
Yeah, let's do one more round.
All right. This one's kind of topical from our call earlier today. Is President Trump?
Oh, jeez.
All right, first.
Yeah. Is President Trump
Really president.
really president?
Yep.
All right. Gio, is President Trump
Is President Trump obese?
obese?
what
No.
did
He's 6'3", 215.
They said clinically obese.
He's the same as NFL players.
That's what they say.
Carmen, is President Trump
Racist.
You're a horrible
I don't
person.
believe it. I'm
Yeah.
just
No,
Yeah.
we got you.
Why don't you vote for Kamala?
Why don't you call Barack Obama a name?
Wow.
nope.
All right, let's go to the phone lines.
Here we go. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Mike.
All right, Mike. Here
All
we
right,
go.
Mike, the question is President Trump, so far we have really the president, obese and racist. Do you want to go with one of those or you want to pick one of your own?
I'm going to go Catholic.
Catholic.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
All right, got to get in the top 3. Number 3, is President Trump a Mason?
Oh.
Number 2, is President Trump a Christian, which I think falls under. So that works.
I would give you that.
Yeah.
I would give you that.
And then number 1, is President Trump speaking today?
Oh, I would give you that,
Yeah.
sir. Congratulations. You picked your own and you were still a winner.
Yeah, Christian,
Yeah, Christian
Catholic.
Catholic, same
Yeah,
thing.
that works.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break here, and we'll hook you up with a prize. That makes sense.
Carmen's
Is
out on that.
he a Mason?
Oh, I don't know.
A Mahabone to you.
Don't give out the secret stuff, bro.
It's too late. Ron Aron gave it out years ago.
Oh.
I just happen to remember it.
Was one of them a Mason or both of them? Or?
No, I remember. I don't remember how it came up, but they had been given the information, the secret password, and some other stuff.
My grandfather was a Mason.
I wonder. Well, then it would be hard to determine who's. If I were to ask in my fraternity, the Tau Kappa Epsilon fraternity, if you would be able to find the secret password. Like if I said, I will give you a ticket if you can, but then you could be in the fraternity.
Yeah.
I've only told one other person that was not in the fraternity the secret password.
Oh, yeah.
Because
it's the same password for years?
Years.
Wow.
It's the 1800s.
Wow. Can I ask you, is it a phrase or a word? Are you allowed to say?
No, it's not a phrase.
It's not a phrase. So it's a single word. Is it a no? Okay.
It's a compound word.
Compound word.
Do they make you do the elephant walk to get the password?
No. I didn't have to do any weird stuff. I didn't have to do any gay stuff.
They didn't. You get spanked with the paddle?
No, that's some of the movies.
Is it a compound word that's common in everyday
No.
language? No.
Like you know, you may have said it sometime in your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but
it's a word that I wouldn't be like, I've never heard that word before.
No.
If you put it out, will you get kicked out of their fraternity?
I don't know if they kick you out,
Say
but
it.
it certainly. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Never.
Why say
Pineapple.
it? Well, you're not a frat guy. Say it.
Yeah.
100% a fraternity guy.
No, come on.
It's not a frat.
Who's your? You talk to your fraternity brothers?
I do.
Yeah.
Still.
Do you go to the meetings every
No,
year?
you don't go to me. I'm not in college anymore.
Mm.
I donate to them.
They have alumni
Yeah,
meetings and stuff.
I am part of the alumni. I donate and
It
I
doesn't
support.
count. You didn't graduate.
what does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything? I put more time in than most of the people who graduated.
What is your fraternity? What is it? You're a teak or a teal?
TKE.
TKE.
I'm not saying that if you Google it won't come up. It may have it on the Google. I'm sure that I could find.
It says nothing about Mike Calta here.
Well, I probably wouldn't. They will tell you about Elvis, and they will tell you about Willie Nelson, and they will tell you about Terry Bradshaw, but they will not tell you about Mike Calta. Although I am listed in their.
Did they whisper it in your left ear?
They whispered it.
In your left ear?
I don't remember.
Your right ear.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago.
What did you? Is there a ceremony for them to tell it to you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to complete something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's why they
It's
don't
not
tell.
easy. It's not easy, Joe.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Equilateral triangle.
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh wow.
Triangles are are their main thing.
Afghanistan, Bananistan.
It doesn't come up on the Google?
No, it doesn't look like it so far. Yeah, it does say, it mentions the password. Frat secret password is not publicly available information as it's considered a private fraternity ritual. And then it says about that it's a secret or a human relationship the fraternity holds in their right hand. The password is then whispered into the right ear.
Oh, yeah, whisper it to me.
There's a lot of phone calls coming in, but I'm afraid it's just somebody who's in the fraternity who's going to yap it out.
Lazy.
Say something.
Lazy Susan.
They're not loyal like you.
It's true.
Partridge Family.